You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency.
Welcome to MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. We have some special guests in the clubhouse today. People we don't need to use nicknames for. We got Robert and April from Louisiana Saturday Night Podcast.
What's up, assholes?
Hey, everybody.
We're happy. We got 2 people up in here with their real names. We have real people.
We don't give a shit.
No, they don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I just don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, well,
One day.
I don't give a shit about that either.
One day soon, or people are just going to figure out who the hell I am.
That's the suspense.
The suspense. It's like, where's Waldo?
Right.
Where's the Iceman?
The fun of it.
So,
Who is Iceman?
yeah, who am I?
I know.
Good job.
Robert was so nice and replenished my stock of the Old Smoky Salty Caramel Whiskey. Delicious Old Smoky.
Yeah, well, I heard you talk about it on the last podcast.
Yes.
You was running low, so I was like, well, let me bring him a bottle.
They need to give me a sponsorship.
They should. I mean, you talk about damn near every episode, I think.
Free advertising, yeah.
Well, your wife got I think you tasted the unicorn titty milk
I
earlier.
did. That was pretty good.
That's good. That's scary good.
Unicorn titty milk is delicious.
If you got some of that, y'all need to try it.
If you drink a whole bunch of it, you will piss rainbows.
You have to just try that just because it's unicorn titty milk.
Well, I mean yeah.
Right.
Yes, we're like alcoholics. Also like the peanut butter, screwball peanut butter infused whiskey with grape cranberry juice. Drinking peanut butter jelly sandwich is delicious also.
That sounds like a hangover, though.
So yum.
You tasted it. It's delicious.
It is good. That's what gets you the hangover the next morning because you just keep drinking
you keep drinking it. That goodness. And then even in the afters, like you really did eat a peanut butter jelly
Well,
sandwich.
that's like that night
good.
we drank damn near that whole bottle of peanut butter whiskey just straight.
Oh.
That was a rough morning the next day.
Bad.
Oh yeah, we're drunk podcasting it.
It was
Drunk
bad.
casting. That's what we need to do. It's
That
drunk
happens
casting.
every now and then. That happens sometimes.
Every time.
That's a whole nother podcast. I think y'all prompted out at one time.
Right.
The
We
drunkology
did,
people.
right?
Oh yeah. Drunkology. Now, he ain't did an episode in a while.
We haven't heard from him.
He ain't dropped nothing. He might be too. He works though.
Yeah.
So he's not old like us. He don't have downtime.
But we do need to check on him though.
Just like on my hobby, I guess. I don't hunt.
Yeah, me
Fish.
neither.
We don't even have we don't even have a where we go out entertainment life. That's our entertainment. That's how we entertain.
If we wasn't over here, we'd have been in bed already by probably about 2 hours. Usually,
to prep for tomorrow.
usually we're in bed by 8.
Oh wait, us too. 8:30, 9 o'clock, out. Old folks. I take the Geritol, rub some Bengay on myself, to bed.
I ain't even to the Bengay party yet.
Good night. Right.
I got my braces on. I got to put my damn breathing machine on, and
I have a breathing machine.
oh, yeah, I got to have that.
You are falling apart. You do. You have to wear your brace now.
Like Darth Vader when I sleep.
I think he's Maverick.
Yeah, she come with Maverick from Top Gun.
Oh, there you go. There's your nickname.
Maverick.
Iceman and Maverick.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Hey.
Saturn is full.
And that is the fucking name of the guy in the show. Fucking
Yeah,
Iceman.
I'm not clicking my teeth like that in the movie. I'd break a tooth or something. I'd go to the dentist.
I don't think nobody wants to see us play volleyball either. All oiled
we've
up.
had this discussion.
Not shirtless.
That'd
like-
be a mess.
Is that the volleyball or the stomach?
But like, could you please stop playing volleyball? Please.
It wouldn't last long. I'd be like,
Might get 2-3 serves. I'm like, all right, I gotta stop. Time out.
like y'all have
I got a cramp.
do y'all have one with sand that's not so thick?
I can't do this anymore. It's too much.
That's a lower than that. I can't jump like that no more. It's like
Oh my god.
I just
that
get
is too
hit in the
funny.
face,
The
spiked in the
visuals.
face.
But you could get on the motorcycle afterwards and
cool off.
like he did in the show, you know,
Oh,
like in the
yeah,
movie.
right.
He rides a bike.
That's a good reference.
that's
Yeah.
some ninja looking bike or something
Well, you know,
with his little leather jacket with
When you're
patches
young-
all over it.
that was his fighter pilot jacket. But don't get me started
Are
on
you,
the
I was
movie.
gonna say, are you really complimenting this movie right now?
No,
Is
and
that okay? All
the,
right.
the movie's terrible. I mean, first of all,
I
it's
love
about
that
the
movie.
Navy.
I love that movie.
Well, it wasn't
So-
even true. There's no such thing as Top Gun.
That's not a real school.
No,
No, still a terrible movie.
it's not real.
Didn't know that until today.
The Navy's
All right.
real. That's bad enough.
The Navy is real.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
they're terrible.
They have white uniforms.
I mean,
I bet you don't ever get spaghetti on them ships with them white uniforms.
Well, on ship they wear their blues, their dungarees.
when did they wear the white?
I bet you
That's
they're dressed.
yeah. That's like when you're manning the rails
Okay,
or
all right.
inspection, something like that.
Okay. I don't know anything about the Navy uniform.
Well, I think on the ships they wear the blues and it's got like the big bell bottoms so they can like
Yeah, that's
can-
their.
they can
squish them
put
up
water-
and make
yeah.
little
The life
vest
jacket.
out of them.
It's practical.
I had to learn how to do that with my.
Can you
trousers.
do that with the Marine uniform? Okay.
You just take them down. You tie a knot in the legs, then you take them down where you put your legs and shit in.
Yeah.
You button it. You just slam it down in the water and it fills up with air.
Do you have to keep inflating it and then putting water over
You
it? I
do,
think-
but
yeah.
you got to keep it wet.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
But I guarantee he's not going to wear the same shorts they issued in boot camp. Oh no,
The little green ones.
they were shorty shorts.
The little green ones.
They were a little shorty shorts. They were like booty shorts now.
I don't have.
I want to see a picture of you in booty shorts.
Well, you
Hold
saw
on.
a picture of me in my UDT shorts,
Okay, I don't
the
know
little
what-
brown ones.
I don't know what those
Those
are.
are even shorter than the PT shorts.
Oh Lord, that's hilarious.
That's what we wear on ship.
I tell you what,
And you're making fun of Navy guys.
Yeah, but
playing
we're
volleyball.
Marines.
hey,
The ones making fun of Marines.
no, you could walk around and march and chant, cadence out cuss words and stuff.
Oh hell yeah! Off road. That's good times right there.
I did. I was in boot camp for a while, Marines. I loved marching. That was actually one of my favorite things to do.
That's the one time they wouldn't fuck with you.
You do that to our kids though.
What's that?
The whole ching at like them, you know, make them march, but you do the little.
Oh, come here!
Yeah.
Get over here! That's the only way they'll listen. You gotta get their attention.
I just used wooden spoons when my kids were smaller. Statute of limitations up on that.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with kids now. They don't whip their ass.
Right.
I did when they were growing up one time. I was like, where the fuck? I couldn't find them. I started cleaning up one time. I found 5 wooden spoons hidden in between the cushions of the couch. Them little bastards were stealing the spoons.
Like, I can't cook. You
That's
some
funny.
bitch gotta quit hiding the spoons.
Like, he ain't gonna hit me with that one again.
You know, you're right though. There is no fear of anything.
I'm like, y'all don't
anymore
even
for
know. I
kids.
got whipped with fucking Hot Wheels race car tracks.
extension cords, whatever was
Shit.
around,
Whatever-
like hose pipe,
whatever mama could grab.
Right,
I used to have to go get my own switch off the goddamn tree.
My mom did that before. Go outside and pick you a switch. It's like,
Yeah.
shit.
Like
Like,
you
which
can't
one
come
do I-
back one too small. You don't want to come back one too big.
Oh, the psychology in that though.
Don't ever say, that didn't hurt. Dude, I did that one time. One time I made that mistake. Turned and looked at my mom and said that didn't hurt. Well, guess what? I think the next 15 licks after that, they all hurt like a son of a bitch.
You won't say that shit again.
Nope.
We.
Nope.
Yeah, I laughed at my sister getting a whipping. You don't do that either. You don't laugh at your sibling while they're getting a whipping. Because guess what?
I didn't have that problem.
You get roped in there and you getting one too. Yeah.
I was the
that
only child.
Well, talking about whippings. Remember the little wooden paddles with the balls on them? That wasn't for
Yeah.
playing games. That was just for your parents to rip the ball off and whip your ass with it after.
Paddles with the. Oh,
Yeah, the little
oh, yeah, okay.
The ones you never could the paddle
Wait,
ball. Yeah.
Right.
I went to Rouse's one day and I saw they had the old wooden jambalaya paddles. I said, that'd make a good ass whooping paddle. I did. I took that son of a bitch, bought it, stained it.
Engraved it.
Wrote Punisher on that bitch. And that's
Actually,
what they got their ass whooped.
I'd actually made my own. I went out with the jigsaw and cut one out. I think when I was in elementary school around the 6th, 7th grade, I actually, it's nothing to be proud of, but I actually got to sign the paddle in the principal's office.
Oh,
I remember
I got
that,
whooped with the
yeah.
principal's paddle all the time.
Nowadays, these kids are like, they ain't gonna do nothing to me. No, we used to get our asses whipped.
Yeah.
They had holes in the paddle, so it cut down on the wind resistance.
Mr. Mears was the ass paddling guy. Big black guy. He's a vice principal.
Yeah, well, just the fear, knowing that that could happen.
And then you
Like,
get your
that's
ass whipped when you got
worse.
home again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Double whipped.
So you
Yeah.
didn't fuck around in school.
No.
They don't care. The kids no more. They've that zero tolerance crap. I went to school one time with eat with one of my kids, and they had this little kid in the office crying. I don't know. He was probably like, I don't know if the kid's like in the 3rd grade. He had gotten like a little Swiss Army knife for Christmas. Brought it to school to show his friends and was using a spoon in the lunchroom. Well, they were like kicking this kid out of school because he brought a weapon to school.
They thought it was ISIS or something.
And I was like, I looked at the teacher, like, well, it's a weapon. It has a knife blades on it. I picked up this pencil and I was like, see this pencil, lady? Yeah. I said, if I jab this in your eyeball deep enough and get to your brain, I can kill you with
Goddamn
this
weapon.
too. And she looked at me like, I said, so I guess they can't use pencils no more. It's got to chew the tips of their fingers off and write in blood and stuff like that. Because anything can be a weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's schools, you know. They went too far the other way.
Yeah.
Because there's no happy medium.
No, I don't send kids home because their shirt's not tucked in right or they got the wrong belt
Oh, look,
on.
don't get me started. I'm always butting
gosh.
heads with somebody at school.
The wrong color jacket. Like, that's ridiculous.
Tried to teach my
Glad I'm
kids
done
about
with that.
fucking
Yeah.
Islam and all kind
Oh,
of shit.
yeah. He wrote a scathing letter
Phew.
to the school.
Ridiculous.
How you like how they? I don't know if they still do this. Do they? The kids would come home. I need $5 or what?
Oh, free dress day?
for free dress day. I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
so you don't want to be the only asshole to give you
They-
$5.
they
so
extort the money,
They're
that's
the
right.
to give it to UNICEF or some shit like that.
right,
Well,
I'm with unicorn horns from growing out their heads or something.
I'd be that asshole because if it was just me, they'd be wearing that uniform to school. She gives them money for that shit. I don't.
You remember when they were selling chips in the 1st grade, and our daughter thought, and so the cause was to adopt an ape.
Oh.
Like, yeah, gorilla. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Adopt a gorilla. So she brought her little money, bought the chips, and she's like, when do we get the gorilla? Like, when does it come home with us? She thought like we get to adopt it and bring it into our
Like, no, that's not how that works. We just give them
She
the
was
money
so
to take care of
They're
them.
gonna send you a generic picture after they give whatever celebrity their $200,000 endorsement money, and they're gonna give 5 cents to the ape. or
Now here's your
something like
gorilla. Yeah, she thought we was getting a real life gorilla, or it was
like,
coming.
we're adopting
Well, is
it,
it
so-
coming to the school? I'm like, nope.
not how
You'll
that
get a
works.
picture. You're just sponsoring some
Picture
gorilla.
of your gorilla.
I'm gonna go one of my cop stories real fast. It made me think since we're talking about school stuff. I don't think I've told this story before. I told my wife I'm gonna start writing my stories down so I don't start repeating myself. This story is when I was working on a subdivision with a stop sign. Pulled over a car, ran a stop sign, obviously. Walk up to it, identify myself. Well, lo and behold, it is my old 7th grade music teacher who forced me to play the bass clarinet instead of the saxophone. I always wanted to play the saxophone. Thought the saxophone was sexy. Not the bass clarinet. It's karma. Don't freeze up again. Our computer froze a while ago. We had to restart.
You said Kenny G was your idol.
Kenny G was not my idol. I just said I could have been Kenny G.
You used to dress like Kenny G, go to school, and
no,
you
I
had
don't
the,
even know how to even dress.
he had the like the
He had
white
crunchy hair.
shirt and the black suit, and he had the long perm curly hair.
I had the perm curly hair, but
Oh shit!
no suit. I was like the outcast kid that my sister got asked on the school bus one time if I was adopted because she dressed really nice, and I didn't. I wore what I wanted to wear. I had like an old Army wool trench coat, like the Army surplus, and I had these patches sewed all over it and shit like that. It's like I dressed like a homeless person, but that's just the way I like to dress. I was one of them. I'm still that same way. I'm gonna be me, and fuck how everybody else wants to be. But anyways, music teachers, let kids play. You won't get tickets from the cop you created afterwards because I would not become. I failed band, by the way. I did. I actually failed band. I mean, who fails band?
How do you fail band? Yeah.
Well, that's why my daughter started with the trumpet,
Yes.
and that wasn't working, so they switched her to clarinet.
Not a bass clarinet.
No.
No.
The cool clarinet.
Yeah, the bass clarinet's not cool.
Not the kids that ain't gonna have a musical future.
No future.
That's the thing with the stand. It has a stand.
I think
on
it's
it.
the
Yes,
really,
it's a clarinet. It's like
long,
12
long,
feet
long.
long. You got to sit on top of a step ladder to play it. It's so fucking big.
You just play bass notes.
It sucks. Really, I mean, even the drum kids are cool. I mean,
You're
they got
not
the hit
you're not
thing
like
there.
Pete Fontaine up there. You're over there every now and then.
That's actually pretty good.
Every now and then you get a.
It's like who's that kid? Who's that kid back there with that big bass clarinet? Oh, he ain't important.
Yeah, you don't know any famous
who's on the
bass clarinets.
Last chair, like the entire band. They put me behind the drums. I think. It's like put him back there. He ain't gonna play that anyway. Because I got to the point where I was like, "Fuck this shit." And I was like, when they had the little recital things, and I never practiced that shit because I didn't want to play it. So I just sat there and made it look like I was actually blowing. I just like,
Just press the
I
buttons.
wasn't doing shit. It's like they're not gonna hear me with all this shit going anyway. They got two other bass clarinet poor losers
But
next
they
to me
did
anyway.
because they
I'm
would
like,
listen and they didn't hear that.
No, they had two other bass clarinets.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, and they
Okay.
actually liked it. So I just faked it.
Well, I could say something.
Is that
Yeah,
It's a good joke.
yes.
You walked right into that one.
It's like I just said the other night. I felt like oh, by the way, Trump finally stimulated me. We got stimulated today.
Yay,
So I am
for the
not like
stimulation.
the fat girl before closing time at the bar.
You've been waiting a while on that check too.
Yes, we've been waiting. I thought they forgot about me. But
You're like, we're not worried about him.
fuck him.
He don't need it.
I got enough votes. He voted for me the first time. Fuck him. Send him to the people that didn't vote. Oh, you want his check too? That's how I felt. I mean, my feelings were hurt there for a while. I actually met the president before he was the president. They came down, and he was actually in his like big Trump plane, and we
Was that when he was here for the flood or whatever? it was?
we got to escort him, and I've escorted several. Had to help escort several presidents, and even though he wasn't the president yet, this man would not get on the plane until he met, talked to us, and shook every one of our hands that were out there.
Now, how many of the presidents done that?
None. Escorted.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Escorted Obama. Escorted Clinton when she was Secretary of State. Biden. I don't know if we gave Reagan or not. I mean, not Reagan.
God damn, how old are you?
Not Reagan. I love Reagan. But no, not Reagan. Bush.
You old motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm going way back in the day.
I escorted Abraham Lincoln, but I wasn't his protection on the night he got
Yeah,
shot.
I wasn't there at that movie. It wasn't even a movie theater, I don't think, back then.
No, not it was a
It was a theater.
it was a theater, but not a movie theater.
Right.
They're doing plays and shit.
Look, the old
They didn't have
timers.
talkies back then.
The old timers kicks in sometimes.
Back when I escorted President Reagan.
Back when I walked both ways uphill to
Yeah,
school in the
the
snow,
snow.
barefooted on rocks that were on fire in the snow.
Right. Like
It was a volcano.
a volcano.
With velociraptors chasing me.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah. You can't top that. That sounds like you though, Robert. Like you can't top it. Yeah.
Can't
'Cause-
top a velociraptor in the snow chasing you to school.
I mean,
Can't one up
I
that.
didn't know velociraptors
with
chasing
my
me.
with
But
my
I did clear an embassy.
bear skin.
Right. Here we go. Well, it's not as easy as clearing an embassy.
That's right.
Like, where do you go with that? Like, you can't go anywhere.
Exactly. You can't come back. What are you going to come back with? Can't dispute that.
Like, I broke my ankle. And then you're like, oh, man. When I broke my ankle, I walked on it.
Well, I
both
did.
heels up the hill both ways in the snow all rock.
Well, not school, but I was at work and I finished working in service where I was broke it at. I was like, oh, I think it's just sprung. It'll be fine. Finished doing, the hand-to-hand shit or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I started walking. I was like, I was driving home. I was like, I'm going to stop by a doctor. I think just get a little something for it. It just hurts a little
casual. I'm just going to stop by the doctor. I think I might have broken my ankle. I'm just going
bit.
to
Walk in, they take an x-ray. Oh, yeah, you broke it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool.
This one breaks hers. You'd have thought her goddamn leg got cut off in the front yard.
It's dangling. It's dangling.
Had to
Couldn't
pick. She
move it.
couldn't even get up. I had to pick her up.
I broke my ankle. Like, how was I supposed to
was it
get
like
up?
Not only did I get up, but I drove a car with my right foot.
But was yours just like a fracture break or a break?
He
It was a
broke
break.
one bone, and he didn't even have to have surgery. I broke 3 bones, and I had to have surgery.
Yeah,
So,
but I could
there you
have
go.
still. I mean, you're just
Couldn't move
so.
it.
You could just throw your leg
just
over
so
your shoulder
dramatic.
and just hopped on the.
Why didn't you stand up? Like,
She swears to God that it was like it was hanging by a piece of skin or something.
I couldn't move it. Like, it was dangling.
You could move it. You was just that's how you are. You're so
move it.
emotional. You're like, oh my God!
So
Your mom was
dramatic.
screaming.
You're so dramatic. Like,
You
like
were
it was hurt.
screaming. Your mom was screaming. They're talking
Yeah.
about calling an ambulance. I'm like, we live 5 minutes from the fucking hospital. I'm
We
not
don't
calling
do
no
well under
ambulance.
pressure.
I found out the new word for ambulance from the EMT that was on. It's the new word you call the ambulance is the boo-boo wagon.
Boo-boo wagon.
That makes sense. That's what they call them for now. She wanted to call one
The boo-boo
for her
wagon.
boo-boo.
Yeah, we don't do well under pressure. That was
No, don't say we.
No, I mean me and my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were actually going to go to the
We were going to the Marine Corps ball.
that night, which is why my mom was in town to watch the kids. Bought the dress,
And
he
she
had the
couldn't even walk
tux.
out the front door without falling down, breaking an ankle.
Ruined it. Did you make the ball?
No, she still wanted to go. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Right.
They had gave her some drugs at the hospital. She's like, I feel better. I'm like,
I'm good. Like,
I don't think so.
give me those crutches. Let me put my dress
They
on.
just
We're
gave
good.
you an opioid. I don't think we need to be taking you out in public.
And it was raining too with crutches. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked.
Yeah.
Drugged up on crutches.
My
And
You
son-
in a
can't walk
formal
as it
dress.
is. You
Right.
can't see you on crutches.
Well, clearly, because that's how I broke my ankle. I was just walking out the front door. Like,
My son called me one time when he was in high school and he got in a fist fight. Some dude popped him in the face right above the eye or somewhere. Well, I guess we had his senior ring on. We'd split him open. He called me up. So I went and picked him up. He said, I got to go to the hospital. I need stitches. I need a doctor. I'm like, that shit. I said, hold on a minute. I stopped at Walmart. They're still open. Got some super glue, some fucking peroxide, and some butterflies. And we went home, cleaned it out, super glued that shit together and butterflied it on the floor. I was like, the fucking copay at goddamn emergency room was like freaking like $500.
Yeah.
They were just going to super glue it. You know, if you look at him, it didn't even scar. I was so good.
oh, wow.
It's like Dr. Iceman to the rescue.
I didn't even go to the emergency room. I waited. I went to the after hours, and then they said, yeah, it's broke. Here's your X-rays. And then I made an appointment with what do you call it? The bone doctor, orthopedic guy.
Yeah.
And we had to go to the emergency room.
So
because
that's my whole point. Like, it's like, what? Like, I can't. I get no sympathy from you.
sympathy. I took care of you.
Right.
Get out of
I
here.
didn't clear an embassy, and I broke my ankle.
I mean, you
And
got to
you're like-
still function.
But I didn't walk into the hey, is my ankle broken?
My-
Like, walking in on it.
My in-laws have no faith in me. Bam's got to have surgery coming up. They canceled her from sinus surgery so she can breathe and not have migraines no more. And they're like, you can come stay with us. Like, the fuck? I'm took off of work and shit like
I'm
that.
here.
I'm not going to let her starve to death. I'll throw a roll at her or something, you know. Like, I was like, got this. What? She won't talk. She's just shaking her head.
We're going to get her to talk one day.
Well, she's a stomach sleeper. She's got to wear these boots right now because she's fucking getting old too. 2 boots when she's sleeping because some tendon deal thing. And she's having issues sleeping on her back. I said, well, you better get used to it. First of all, she's got to have nose surgery. She's got to sleep on her back. She's got to wear the boots. Then one day she says, I want new titties. Well, guess what? You got to sleep on your back with new titties for a while too.
That don't feel good either. I hear that's pretty goddamn painful. I don't think I'd do that.
With the titties?
Yeah.
I had mine removed.
I mean, hell, they're cutting you open.
Pamela Anderson got hers taken out the first time I had mine taken out.
They're cutting you open, shoving shit in there. I mean, I can't. That don't feel good, I'm sure. If they said you got to have a dick enhancement, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm straight.
Why would they say that?
If there's too small, you want a bigger one, I'd be like, nope, I'm good.
I think they got them. I think them Nike Air pump up dicks they have.
They do have that for people. They got to pump it up for
you
their
pump it up,
ass.
and then it's like a little valve, and it's like
in their dick.
Let
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that.
my luck, I'd be like pumping it up too much and pop up whatever. Oh, my dick exploded.
That sounds uncomfortable.
It sounds
though.
painful. I would just do it out.
Like, I think people like that had cancer or something, and they have erectile issues, but it's like a little pump
like
thing.
extreme
It's like-
erectile
it's like-
Okay.
dysfunction.
And you pump.
You pumping air?
Yes.
But it's normally
They
blood is what makes
Right,
that work.
right.
Right? Okay.
Right.
So
they
where do you
implant
pump-
something
Oh, okay.
into your-
All right.
They put like a something in there to make, but you pump
Okay.
it up.
Look at this one.
Then
It's
got-
like pumping up a tire. They put it over the hole.
Do you remember?
I'm like, where's the air going?
Do you remember the tennis shoes they had where
Yes,
on the tongue?
the
where you
little-
go,
Reebok pumps.
Yes,
it's a
I
Reebok
do.
dick.
They put that on your nipple, and you gotta
Oh.
press it,
God,
and it
ow.
pumps it up.
No, it's
But
not
no,
for
they have
pressing.
like a
Don't
tube
press. Don't
that
press
runs
that.
into like a hole, like it's a whole surgical deal.
What's the big
That just no. That sounds like
Yeah,
a
I just
lot.
wouldn't be having sex no more.
Did you see they put like helium in?
Why's your voice so high? Well, me and my
I'm
husband.
happy to see you. Like,
Why's your wife always sound like Mickey Mouse or something?
right.
She's a good wife. That's why. That's why I married her.
Tell on you in a heartbeat.
I got a helium dick.
Or you get the other gas that makes your boat go like this. That'd be even better. Running around talking like that.
I told her I wanted to teach the granddaughter that picking your nose, eating boogers, and farting was okay. She's like, why? I'm like, they always tell me I'm nasty. It's ulterior motive. She's dating age. If she's on a date, picking her nose, eating her boogers, and farting on this dude, there ain't gonna be no more dates, right?
I just beat the
Not to
shit out of
mention
him.
all the other social
Yeah.
issues that'll come with that.
what the
Not
hell?
just dating.
And they never be like booger at school or something. That's that booger girl.
Like, why don't
over
I have
there.
any friends?
Well, because you're weird and you're gross. What's wrong with you? And your voice is always really low. I thought I heard
Say
something.
my name.
I had to beep that.
Say my name. Say my name. Don't say it.
Gotta edit.
say
Gotta edit.
Remember when we didn't know where to put something? And oh my God, my sister was on the very beginning, and I kept saying her name,
Yeah.
and we were like, like just to make something loud, so it was Spike, so we knew where to go back and edit.
Didn't work too good.
No,
though.
it didn't. It was just a bunch of
Yeah.
Just like a bunch of screaming.
I had a lot of editing to do.
yes.
I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, we've come a long way. That's
I just want to know. Me and Robert here are a lot alike. He has a good friend that works at GameStop, and I have another friend
That's my
works at
cousin.
GameStop. That's your cousin?
Yeah.
Is that the comedian guy?
Yes.
Like, I think I'm on your first one or something. Y'all were talking about the comedian guy and your grandma a lot or something like
Oh, yeah.
that. Yeah, poor granny. I mean,
Look, no, poor us. Shit, poor me. That woman, we was talking earlier about getting your ass whooped. I didn't get my ass whooped. I got UFC before there was a fucking UFC. Let me tell you. I remember one time she come in there because my cousin wanted some encyclopedias or something. I told her, get the fuck out. My grandma would come back in there. My other cousin was staying night with me. She come in there, knocked me down on the ground, had a chair, like a real chair, and was fucking like WWF me with that motherfucker. I look up, my cousin's on the wall. He's like trying to chameleon. Like up on the wall.
Like Rambo in the mud.
Yeah, exactly. I say, bro, why you just stood there? He's like, oh no, man, fuck that. I wasn't helping.
We get none of that.
Yeah, she was something, but I didn't get whipped that much. I mean, it sounds like I fucking got child abuse, but you know, I didn't get whipped that much. But when I did, whew.
Oh, my mom, I didn't get spanked all the time, but when I got it, I got it.
Oh yeah.
And then you were good for a while because you didn't want to get it no more.
I didn't know the
problem.
encyclopedias were that big a damn deal.
Right.
I'd have gave them up.
Oh, for all our younger listeners out there, encyclopedias were books you had to look into.
It was
learn
basically
stuff
the
and write
internet in a
reports.
book.
Yeah.
It was Google in a book.
Yeah, except you didn't get to type it in and say, oh, where's this at? No, you had to like flip through pages.
Oh yeah, you remember who sang that song? You would never know. Now you could just be like, "Hey Alexa," and all y'all shit's going off. Alexa, who sang whatever, and the shit would come up. We do that shit all the time. We're in the bed, we talk about shit. Who was that? Oh no, Alexa, and she'll tell us.
Oh, one night we were going to bed. I told her, I said, "All right, love you," something like that, and Alexa's like, "Oh, thank you so much. I care about you too," or some shit like that. I'm like, the fuck, I wasn't even talking to you. Then you cuss at her and she just turns off.
Yeah, she goes, "Brr."
Yeah, I was like,
I want her to cuss back.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd buy more.
I actually had, before they fixed shit, I had one of them dots and I rigged it up in my fucking unit.
Oh, the little round
little
ones?
dot.
The black ones?
Yeah, it's a little dot, and I rigged it in my unit because of my fine shit. And had his reserve come ride with me one time, and I set it up. And so I was like, Alexa, good morning. She was like, good morning, you sexy motherfucker. Oh, and hello to you too. And said the guy's name in there. And he's fucking, it's like, looking, he's like, how the fuck she doing? You know,
Fucking Amazon,
I was
man.
out there the night before programming that shit.
Yeah, what did it say? Like Amazon's listening, man.
He's like-
Fucking NSA.
Right.
I was like, well, she knew I'm in here. She said, sexy motherfucker. So, dang, come on.
Well, hey, can't argue with Alexa. You know.
I wish you could change your voice into something.
You can with Siri. You can make her
Oh,
Australian,
she's got-
British.
Bam's got hers is like some Australian dude or something. Hey, baby, how can I help you today? It's like, where's the sexy fucking woman voice? Master, how may I help you today? I mean, where's that shit? No,
Why is that Australian?
I can't talk. All my accents either sound like I'm Chinese or Mexican. I can't do Australian or nothing like that.
That was hard.
Yeah, Robert can do a real good Indian one.
Like American Indian?
Dot, not
Or
feather.
dot
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Hello, what are you doing? Ma'am, why you please put your phone down and please, you're looking at the board, please. You're listening to MOTORCOP Chronicles.
No, when you call it, I'm the IRS and you owe $8,000. It's like, when the fuck the IRS?
I got that phone call.
IRS started hiring them with foreign people.
I called him back and just kept fucking with him. Eventually, they caught on.
Annie.
And he was like, fuck you, you motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Well, when you talk about their mamas, they get mad too.
Yeah, I started.
And then the girl would get on the phone. She was Annie.
Yeah, I said, she goes, hello, what the fuck on there? My name is Annie. I was like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? She didn't catch it. She's like, huh?
Right.
Yeah, I'm okay. What are you saying? I'm okay.
They're like, can you verify your address? I said, well,
Bitch, you the
why
IRS.
Why don't you tell me what my address is, and I'll tell you if you're right or not.
Well, I figured out what they was doing. You would give them your address, and they'd go into the white pages on Google, and they would get the name of the person that would come up on the address. Because they were saying, I would give them a name at first, and then they'd give them an address, and they'd be like, no, that's not. And they'd hang up. They figured it out. I was like, I know what they doing. So I would get the name first, then I'd call them. Then I'd have the name. I'd have them going. They'd go for a little while. I had a voice changer, all kind of shit.
Yeah, well,
I tied them up for about a good hour and a half.
I used to, when I'd have to sit in traffic, I'd call them back. This is Fred Flintstone calling back from Stonehenge Drive. Oh, Mr. Flintstone. Oh, I did one at Publishers Clearinghouse last year, so still waiting on that fucking check. Motherfuckers called me up. I kept them on the phone for a good 20 minutes. They wanted me to send them like $1,000 or $1,200 to get my $1 million. I'm like, look, just take it out my winning, and keep yourself an extra $1,000 in there just for the. Oh no, yes, no, I'm not sending you new. I said, where's fucking Ed McMahon and my balloons and my big fake check and shit and the TV camera?
Well, they were telling me I had to go to Walmart and buy a gift card. So I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
The IRS wants a fucking gift card, an Apple iTunes gift card.
That's very specific.
I'm like, what the fuck?
We know somebody that did that. This is a person my age. It's like, I found out, it's like, the fuck he did that shit? I just sent him like, I don't know, a couple $100 or some shit. Like, went to GameStop. I mean, the fuck the IRS playing like Deadpool or some shit on PlayStation? Red Dead Revolver. It's like, yeah, we got that motherfucker now. Send us some more GameStop cards.
Hey, I don't see how people fall for that shit.
Well, it's like Dr. Phil lately. I'm not a big fan of Dr. Phil.
It's okay if you are.
No, I'm not. But he's rich on TV. But he does a lot of the ones I do like. They put them poor old people on there that think they're engaged and fiance. They keep sending these people like
90-day fiance.
Not just so when they milked this lady out of like her like $300,000 and she still didn't want to believe it. And it's like
There's one like that. I watched that show 90-day fiance. She's on there. She's convinced. She's like 60-something years old, 68.
Yeah.
And she's convinced this 35-something-year-old muscle-bound dude, he's really some guy in Nigeria, but she's convinced that he's all in love with her, and her kids keep trying to tell her, like, these are stock photos. And
Right, because he's laying, one of them he's laying on the ground with shirtless.
And she's like, oh, no, someone hacked his account.
They're like, Mom,
okay.
this is what you're into. Okay. Like,
Mom, he's going to give you a heart attack if he is real.
Yeah, and keep
What's he
sending
wants
her.
to do? Pop the dentures out. He said he wants me to gum it. I'm not sure if he wants gummy bears, but he's talking about gumming it.
Gotta pump it up
the
first.
wrong kind of gummy bear. I don't think they have pump up vaginas. That would be good because they could make them fit the size in, right? Tighten it up.
I'd have to do that. I'd have to let the air out all the time.
Have to let the air out.
Psych.
Okay.
My wife said, deeper, deeper. I said, tighter, tighter. She giving me dirty looks. It's just a joke, people.
That's the funniest part.
Somebody going to be sleeping in the clubhouse tonight.
Yep, it's going to be a long 3-day weekend for me.
Just you and the peanut butter whiskey.
Fat Sally and the 4 sisters.
Hmm.
If y'all don't know who that is, Google that.
Google it, right. Google it.
I know who it is.
They're making a list.
The listeners might not. They're like, say Fat Sally and the 4 sisters. Do we find that on Craigslist or is that on Facebook Marketplace?
Encyclopedia. I gotta look. This is like homework. Like everybody's like, I don't want to have to go look all this up. What are you talking about?
I'm just going to ask Alexa.
Giving me homework and shit.
Our Alexa's by the TV and they do fucking commercials or TV shows and she just starts fucking talking for no real time.
Yeah. Ours is about
She
a
heard
TV
her
too.
name.
Yeah. No,
April's
people in
convinced that the CIA's listening.
The Nigerians
Yeah,
got that shit. They're
Yeah.
listening to me.
They are, but you can hack anything with Wi-Fi. You can hack our light bulbs.
I can't hack shit.
Fuck it. If you want to turn my lights on and off, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, they'll listen.
that's not his
They'll
thing.
listen
With
in.
light bulbs?
Oh, yes.
You can't listen with light
Are
bulbs.
you
What are
kidding me? You can listen in with the phone. You can all that stuff.
I saw a recent one where they had like these people were hacking them, the people's like Nest cameras and all that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, we don't have any cameras in our house, but we did it one time. She said, what happens to somebody hacks. I said, what the fuck they gonna see them sitting there watching TV?
Yeah, I mean,
Robert
They're gonna
says
be,
the same
they're gonna be
thing.
bored to fucking death. They'll be like, man, fuck these people. Let's
just
send
gotta
them
wait
money.
till-
They're so
it's
bored.
not like I got them in the bathroom and the shower and the
Yeah.
toilet and the bedroom and shit.
No, we do have the Alexa video one in the bedroom.
Yeah, but it's pointing at the wall.
Okay, well there you go.
that View or whatever. They
I mean, they could turn the mic on, I guess, and listen for 15 seconds.
It is pretty fucked
about as
up
long
to
as it takes.
about the people who are sending conversations to their people in their contact list. That sucks. Like for them.
Well, we don't have friends, so it don't matter who we're talking about. 'Cause we don't have friends.
Yeah, good.
We're like, fuck that dude on TV, man. I don't like him no more.
Right.
Fucking I'll tell her she's in love with Severide and Chicago Fire, and I'm like, I had her go the other day. They had thing when we watched it before the season, and I'm like, yeah. I said they killed him off. I saw it on the internet. She's like, no. I'm like, oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
That's just only a summer. Why she got a thing for a fireman?
I have
Firemen,
no
all they
idea.
do is sit around and play video games.
No, not on Chicago Fire. They save like 20 people in an hour.
Shit.
They save 20 people an hour, and they put out at least four alarm fires with just like 5 of them.
That's how you know
Wow.
it's fucking
That is
TV.
good.
Yeah.
They lucky if
They're good.
they lucky if they got to go fucking to a crash and stand there while I do everything.
It's like, could you like direct traffic or something, please?
Put that truck right there. Put them lights on. Other than that, they just sit there, play video
They'll block
games,
the road
and
for you though.
cook.
They'll block the road for you. They do that pretty good. You get so aggravated.
We
with
got
that.
guns though. I mean,
True.
you know, they don't have guns. They got fire hoses.
Yeah.
It's nothing sexy about a fire hose.
Let me tell you, no.
I mean, he's got motorman pants.
I got boots. I mean, he did date Lady Gaga for a while.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's too hard.
Well, I mean, I thought it was a
What do
man
you
the first
mean?
time
I
I
mean,
saw
I heard
her.
she gets around.
I don't know. She's been around naked pretty much in that American Horror Story.
It just
She had a
depends
nice
from what
ass.
angle you look at her. Sometimes she's pretty. Sometimes I'm like,
Did y'all watch American Horror Story?
I watched the first one was my
The
favorite.
the one with her at the hotel.
Oh, I didn't see the hotel.
Yeah, she's got a nice ass because they show it a lot.
You sure that's her?
Butt
She didn't
naked.
have a stunt ass though.
I don't know. It might have. I don't know. I don't think so.
A lot of them have stunt asses.
What season was Stunt Ass?
Well,
Well,
just
yeah, that's true.
Stand-in
Stunt
ass.
bodies,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which season was that with her? Third?
4, I think.
I heard like every other one is good.
I don't know.
true.
We like the Freak Show one.
Okay, I
The
wanna
clown
watch that
on the
one.
bus. If you noticed,
Yeah.
that was from the Freak Show one.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
It's actually
The
good.
first one was really good with the house.
She
like
just
the
got
house.
me watching the other shit on
Which
Netflix with the kids in the 80s.
Oh, Stranger
Stranger
Things. Oh my
Things.
god, that's
Y'all
my.
need to watch.
I
Never-
watched the
never
saw the
watched
first
one.
Stranger Things. Never got around to the rest
Oh,
of them.
love it, love it.
It's nostalgic if you watch
right.
it. Because it's
That-
set in the 80s.
She made it through like 10 minutes of Tiger King and made me turn the shit off. So.
Really? Oh my god.
Oh, I couldn't turn it off. I was like,
It was watching,
Next,
watching
next,
a train wreck.
next.
The train wreck you cannot turn
Gotta-
away
gotta
from.
see it, yeah.
fucking Carol Baskin.
Oh my god.
IQ.
Yeah, and it
I mean, that's
does.
pretty much anything on TV, though. You know, everything.
You didn't get to see them tattoos Joe Dirt had the bullet holes in it.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
They were pretty good
I
tattoos.
was like, are
so.
those real? Yeah, I guess so.
He's walking,
like-
he's walking around with bullet holes. Dude.
right. But I'm like, that's crazy. And then didn't one of them have like coming out of their nipples? They had, or was that another show we watched? They had these tattoos.
No, that was
like,
the guy on 90 Day Fiance
Oh,
with
it
the
was, yeah. Okay.
flower
Getting my shows
flame
mixed up.
things or some shit around his nipples.
on both sides.
Dude, that had to hurt like a bitch.
Nah, I
It
wouldn't do
looked
that
weird.
shit.
It didn't look good on him.
We,
I don't.
of course,
think.
you see, well, hers,
I got tattoos,
we
but I
had
don't have
tattoos.
anywhere weird.
I ain't having no
Like
nipple.
on my
Weird.
nipple and shit.
Anywhere
Nipple
weird.
tattoo.
Like I mean, I wouldn't put it on my fucking nipple.
No, I'm
Right,
waiting
I get
for.
you.
We're in stage one.
That's sensitive.
We're in stage one of this opening. I want to know what the governor's got against the massage parlors and tattoo parlor
Why?
because they're not open. He ain't let them open yet.
Is it because they're touching?
Well, there ain't no. A tattoo parlor is cleaner than getting your hair
Mm-hmm.
cut.
That's a good point.
I would think
That's true.
it's no difference than getting your hair cut.
I need my other one.
good.
This is my last one I got.
I guess they don't consider tattoo like you can wait. I guess they figured motherfuckers finally needed a haircut.
What the hell are we supposed to spend our stimulus checks on? Size TVs and tattoos and
Podcast
massage
equipment.
parlors. Yes, I do. I'm gonna get some
Or they don't
microphone.
understand. They don't have any, so they're like, oh, well, I don't even get that. I don't even understand. They're so far removed from us, boots on the ground people.
You talking about the politicians?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could never be a
in
politician.
their ivory towers.
I mean, I could. I'm a pretty good bullshitter.
Well, I'm a bullshitter, but
That's all you gotta do.
no, they like to dig up shit.
Yeah,
Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd just be like Trump. Then I'd be like, "Fuck it, yeah, I did it. So what?"
you would have to.
Like, fuck it.
Just,
Yeah, I smacked that bitch on the ass. She liked it.
Mr. Robert, what do you say about such and such that said you did such and such? Yeah, I did that shit. Fuck him. Fuck you too. Sit down for asking a stupid question.
Yeah.
Just go on
China.
offense.
It's China's fault.
China did it. They made me. The Russians made me do it. I mean, they hacked my brain.
Right.
I didn't have a choice.
Just don't say nothing about Hillary or we'll get murdered.
Oh.
Oh, you already did it. You just said
Yeah,
it.
oh God. I'm about to get the guns out.
Well, April's starting a podcast with her sister, and they're going to do one on Barry Seal. I said, well, make sure you don't mention the Clintons. You're going to get suicided.
How can I
What is
talk
y'all's
about that?
true crime podcast going to be called?
Southern Discomfort.
I came up with
Yeah.
that name.
He did. He was really good.
That sounds.
It's so it's
Somebody's got I had this vision of people somebody getting raped in the ass.
I mean, that is,
right.
that is a discomfort,
That's true.
but it's not that kind of
Put
podcast.
a bottle of Southern Comfort, like get that up there.
That could be our cover.
Well, that's
art.
Southern. That's comfort.
Oh, true. Depends on how you
This
look
is
at that.
discomfort. They're going to talk
Oh,
about
the Southern Comfort's gonna be uncomfortable when I stand.
That's true.
what they're going to be like. What Southern?
Yeah, Southern tales are like the weird and the wild and the strange, unusual.
So y'all gonna be live on
paranormal.
that with like some kind of like
No.
Jason behind you on the green screen
That
trying
would be
to
cool
chop your
though.
head?
Oh, we might have.
No,
to
they're
do
not
it.
going to do. She said they're not going to do live to start because, first of all, her sister doesn't live locally, so that she's going to have to come in like on Skype or something, and I'm going to have to take the audio and run it through the board.
Yeah.
So that's just more work for me to do.
Well, true crime is very popular these days.
Yep.
Right, and then we didn't want to just be true crime. We just wanted to.
So they're going to do like Bigfoot and shit too. Like,
cryptids, UFO sightings. I'll probably throw some conspiracies in there, but I don't want to advertise that. I just did, I guess.
You gotta start
Right.
doing all that research and stuff.
Yeah, and because that's kind of where I would try to take our podcast, and Rob's like, no, we're going back to like just chaos.
Yeah,
right.
She's got lots of free time. and work
It's
to do
dumpster
all that.
fire.
Well,
no structure here.
all that
no.
that
Strike
R
a match
word
and let it burn.
research stuff. Who wants to do all that shit? Just get on there, give me a beer, let me talk.
I mean, even the ones that I did research, like Dr. Mary's monkey.
I'll let you talk about your monkeys.
And then you just shit on it, like couldn't even get through it. I
Dr.
was just
Mary's
like,
monkeys.
Shit, I didn't-
Oh my God! You haven't
April
heard
was
that one?
on there talking about her monkey,
Next on Pornhub.
right?
Oh, that's a good one. Though.
Yeah, y'all go back to that
is a good-
episode and
because
listen to April talk about her monkey.
I'm gonna. It's not my monkey.
Oh,
It's Dr.
Mary's
Mary's
monkeys.
monkey.
Mary's monkey.
Mary's gonna talk about her monkey.
Right. Oh, that's a good one though. We'll redo it on.
Don't even
our
get her
podcast.
started. You
I
haven't got
know,
her started now.
I better not.
Talk about cancer and
JFK. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well.
You're right. It's New Orleans. JFK is Lee Harvey Oswald. It has some Jackson, Louisiana, some Clinton connections. Not Clinton, Louisiana. That is connections. Polio vaccine and how that started cancer.
see.
Has it all like balled up in one big.
This is what I have to listen to at the house all the time is conspiracy, murder. It's just like, you're hurting my brain. She's like, but don't you care? I was like, not really.
We have gotten some of our biggest arguments.
She's
about,
like, but
about
you're all blue
conspiracy.
pill. I'm like, that's fine.
No, we kind of sit down and watch TV and we look at each other. It's like Saturday. It's like we have no friends. Why don't we have friends? We're nice people. We had like an hour-long conversation the other day sitting on the couch. Why we don't have no friends? We're like, are we really that bad of people?
I've thought about that too, about
we
us.
fucking. I said, I think I told her. I said they're just not fucking cool enough to hang out with us. The problem. It's like,
Well, the problem is that like I don't want to go anywhere. Like this is probably the first place we've been anybody's house, and I don't know how long.
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
not her friends.
Because I like staying at my house. Like you come see me.
Right. And it's only the people like Morgan will come over and then Samantha. So it's
Yeah,
like
Samantha lives around the corner.
if
and
they didn't come over, we
They
would.
drive a golf cart over. I'm here.
soon,
Yeah.
But as soon as Samantha gets a man, she'll throw us to the side.
Yeah.
No, that's the one you trying to find a husband for.
I'm trying.
Wow.
Trying. She's a nice girl. I don't understand. Well, I do understand. She's crazy as shit.
No,
That's,
she's not.
Lithium.
We've talked about this like this at nauseum. I feel like
she's very strong headed,
yeah,
and a lot of men can't handle that.
yeah. We talked about
Is the
that.
problem with that?
It's just gonna be the right one, of course, has to come along, and that's everybody's story, right? The right one has to come along.
Swipe left. I don't know which way you supposed to swipe. I never.
I think left is you don't want them right as you do.
I've never swiped.
Yeah, they didn't have that. When I was single, we had AOL. You'd go in a chat room, you type single female Baton Rouge, and then you could find all the chat rooms with the single females in Baton Rouge.
No, we actually
Chat
had to
rooms.
go out and I think we actually went out and like talk to people.
Yeah.
Take you like 2 minutes to download a picture. You get a piece at a time. Like,
Waiting.
oh, it might be. Oh no.
I just spent half an hour downloading this damn picture.
Never mind.
No, it was like you were in a newspaper in a classified. Lonely. No.
I'm gonna tell a story. Me and my cousin were living together. He's the popo now still too, but at the time we were living together, I had just gotten divorced the first time, and so we had an apartment together off of Burbank in Baton Rouge, and it's one of those university.
apartments?
Yeah, it was free, but it
Yeah.
was all college students, so it was all college girls. But I was still only about 25, so it wasn't that creepy yet. So he's the one that showed me this single female shit on AOL. I didn't know about the shit. He shows it to me. I get on there and start talking to this girl. And this before they even had Netflix. She's like, you want to come over and watch a movie? Like, you want to eat no Netflix and chill? Yeah.
You had to go to Blockbuster.
I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to come over there. So I told my cousin when I left,
tape.
I said, hey, man, if I call you, you got to call my phone back and I'm going to act like something's wrong and I got to leave if she ain't, because I didn't see a picture. I just went on there on.
Straight up blind
I
date.
let my dick do the thinking on that one. It wasn't a good idea.
We know how this is going in a little bit.
So I get over there. She opens the door. I was like, oh, God. I won't be rude. So I go in. And look, I mean, I ain't no fucking, whatever. I'm no Calvin Klein underwear model. But back in the day, I was, a little bit thinner, much more handsome. So just not my type. She's a little bit on the big side. No. We're talking like,
Look like straight up fupa.
I mean, she's bigger than you.
Oh, that's big.
I mean, she could pick up a motor unit just with one hand.
Oh God.
So you just was scared you was gonna whip your ass if you pissed her off.
So, she was just big and ugly and just, her voice sounded great, but, So anyway, I walk in, we sitting there on the couch. I was like, where's your bathroom at? She's like, oh, I was over there going to the bathroom. Called my cousin. I had a flip phone.
And no texting, huh?
said-
Back then.
Call my phone. He starts laughing. What? I can't hear you. I was like, motherfucker, you better call my phone. You count to 20 when I hang up and you call my phone. I was like, oh my God. I was like, please call.
I wouldn't have called you.
Oh, he fucked. Like a minute went by before he called. I was like, hello? Okay, I'll be over there in just a second. I was like, I gotta go. It's a call for the apartment. I'm on duty. Oh, I gotta go take care of it. Oh, okay. Well, just come back when it's done. I will. Yeah, I'll be right back. Didn't come back. But at least I didn't say, no, thank you.
I had a buddy. We were both, active law enforcement then. I think he is somewhere else now. I'm not sure. There's I got some stories about him. He's a great guy, but he's a goofy motherfucker. He's only about, I don't know, 5'8" and had like 14 size feet. Look at a fucking clown walking around. If they say anything about shoe size, I don't want to know. But it's fucking, he had big old fucking feet on him. Anyway, my sister gonna set him up with this girl, and I'm like, dude, no. It's like, oh well, I'm like, fuck, no, dude. I'm telling you, no. So we're gonna go on a double date. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, don't do it. And he had back in the day, said, remember the old 5.0 Mustangs when he still had?
Yeah.
He had one of those. So my ass is crammed in the back seat with, I don't even remember who I was dating at the time. We go to pick this chick up. I'm like, dude, you don't want to do this. I'm telling you. Well, he goes and knocks on the door. Well, the door opened, and all I seen is he turns around and looks at me, and I guess she turned around to get her purse and slaps himself across his face. She comes out. He says she's a big. She squeezes into that front seat, that bucket seat, that Mustang. Well, it's a standard, and he's trying to get the emergency brake off. We had set. Well, one of her ass cheeks is like covering the fucking. I'm serious. She's that big. So he's trying to get it down. I'm just sitting back like.
This car's all right to the right.
I tried to warn this motherfucker. I'm like, don't do. He said, oh, I've been talking to her on the phone. She's like,
And your dick will make you do stupid shit.
so we're going down the road probably like this. I can't see us. I was leaning to the side really hard. I was just leaned over. Nobody like that. We're going down the road. I'm just looking at this son bitch. And he's just driving. He ain't saying the fucking words. He's talking. We're supposed to be going to the movie. Let's tell you how long ago this was. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, what? He's like, he pulls his beeper out. His
Oh, shit.
Okay, this back in the day.
I had a purple beeper.
He pulls it out. He's like, oh shit, that's my. I said, I didn't hear nothing. I got on vibrate.
It's on vibrate, motherfucker. Shut up.
I said, I didn't hear that. I got on vibrate. This was so long ago. He's like, so he pulls over and goes to a payphone. For all you youngsters out there, you actually have to put money in a phone to make a phone call. 25 cents. Didn't have. But he pulls over, he gets on the phone. He comes back and he's looking like, man, I got to bring you home. We got to go. He's like, my mom just called. My brother's been in a car accident, and I mean, it was bad. So we drop her off and we leave. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He says, dude, I didn't bring enough money to buy 3 fucking seats at the movie theater. He said, that ain't no fucking way. I was like, I told your ass. You listen to your friends. I was like, oh, don't do it. Oh, she got a sexy voice. That's why they work on those, what's in call a sex line or something.
Yes.
You can sound really, really good on the phone and be like, it might not even be a woman. I've seen one time it was a dude that sounded like a woman.
See, motherfuckers now, they don't understand. The struggle was real.
Yes.
It was really a blind date.
Oh, no, there was no computers. Like,
I didn't get to see a picture first.
Send me the picture. Oh, you look really good. Yeah. Why is it in black and white?
Why is it all fuzzy? Got like 25 filters on it.
Like, I thought you said you graduated 10 years ago. Should have looked like a photo from high school.
Well, that's their stories, right? Because they all filtered, and then when they get the picture, and then maybe when they pick them up, they're like,
I'm
that's
sure.
not what you look like in this.
Speaking of, a long time ago, I did have Facebook, and you don't have friends and stuff. And I used to have to go to a certain place, I ain't say the name. But this chick there, and my wife was like, who's that girl on your Facebook page? I don't have Facebook no more. It just causes too much shit. We have our MotorCop Chronicles Facebook page. You can go and like that. But anyway, she's like, who's that girl? I'm like, look, I said, here's the girl at this place I got to go do inspections and stuff at. She's like, yeah. I was like, she don't look like that in person. Whatever. She didn't believe me. I'm like, I'm serious. I don't know who that is, but that's not the same person. She's like, well, I don't know. She said, because you over there for hours. I'm like, well, I'm fucking doing a damn physical inspection on like 200 fucking cars.
What's a physical inspection? Never heard of that.
Yeah. Took that test a long time ago. My certification number was 333.
I don't know what that is. Never heard of that.
But anyway, I was over there one time, and she was just kind of like, hey, you over there? I'm like, yeah, I'm over here. She's like, hey, that girl there? Yeah, that girl's there. So I took my phone out because this is not so far back in the day. We actually had cell phones at this point now. And I took a picture of the girl and sent it to her. And she's like, who's that? I'm like, there's a girl. I said,
in the picture.
I said, I've never snapped, cracked, tweeted, clucked, or popped, or nothing like that. All them things, Snapchat, or what's that other one that you do the stuff and the picture goes away after? I don't even know what
That's Snapchat.
Snapchat or something. I don't know. Cheat chat. What the fuck it is. But anyway, from what I understand, they have these filter things now. You can take a picture and you can go from a 2 to a 10.
Oh, yeah.
With one filter, and I'm like, same chick.
They make you skinny.
She's like, what? I'm like, that's why I said I know the fuck was in that picture. 'Cause that's who I know. She's like, oh, never mind. I was like, I don't know. Like I told you, that's not her.
That's what happens though nowadays. They show up and they're like, I'm looking for Alicia. Who are you?
Right.
Oh, that's me.
I'm Alicia. Like, what? You don't even sound the same. It was a voice changer. Stop it. Let's go. Like, hold on, my pager's going off.
I'm good. Get in the car before I whip your ass.
Okay.
I know that all the stuff they have now, the airbrushing, you don't know what somebody really looks like.
That's like back in the day, they used to go get glamour shots.
Yes, I do remember glamour shots. But they used to like get like
But
the
it would be
sprayer
all
out
fuzzy.
from Earl Schwab and with the makeup and
yeah,
stuff like
the
that.
makeup was
And the picture
too
was
loud.
I don't know how to even describe it. It wasn't like clear like a regular photo. It was like kind of blurry or
just filters they put on it. And then they put like with them Pomeranian dogs all around them, made them look like a fur coat or something of Pomeranian dogs. Or something.
an hour and a half doing their hair up.
Yes.
Well, that shit was like expensive. I think that shit was like $150, $200 back then. I think
it was.
no, that was like a week's salary back then.
They were not good.
I'm gonna take
They
a
were
glamour
terrible.
shot.
Now they just do all that shit on their phone.
Yes, it's
Right.
like I have. Well, I think the new iPhone they said 11's got like I don't know 4 freaking little camera things.
yeah.
on
Oh, yeah,
and
it's got
stuff
4
like
lenses,
that.
I
Pro
think.
has 3, yeah.
It's like
Looks like a stove burner.
The cell phone and email is decimated the post office. Amazon's killing brick and mortar stores.
Yeah.
And the phones have basically put photographers out of business.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a camera, but I don't use it that much. It's DSLR. We can take the lenses out,
Oh, yeah.
but I hardly ever use a damn thing.
Yeah.
I was
forgot
cleaning
about
up.
that.
I was cleaning up over here, and I was sitting down for this. I found one of the old disposable cameras where you do it and you just drop it in there. I'd like to see what's on. I'm kind of scared to see what's on it, but I don't even know if they develop film anymore.
I think
I
they
think
will.
they do.
I think they can. Because Abby has one.
Right.
Well, Bam is shaking her head. She's scared to know what's on it.
No, you gotta go.
And I
get
found
that
a 35
developed.
millimeter roll that was like used. I'm like, what the fuck's on here?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember
That one, my
that.
son found a VHS tape and brought it to me one day. He's like, Dad, what is this? It's a tape.
Yeah, they want to know what the
Oh,
phone jacks were.
no,
in
this
the
says
house.
Edward.
yeah.
No, we can't watch this, son. This is just Edward penis hands on it. No, you can't. No, can't watch that.
He's like, well, what do you do with it? I'm like, you would record shows on it and play back and watch it, or you would buy a movie and that's what it would come on. Well, what did you put it in? I was like, well, there was a VCR.
How do you?
My daughter actually went and just bought a VCR off Facebook Marketplace because I have a whole bunch of family home videos. We were talking about like both my parents are gone. We were wanting to watch them, and she actually bought one. We're supposed to get together and watch her. I'm kind of curious. I actually have some old Super 8 reel-to-reel from way back in the day, but that's expensive as shit to get it put on DVD.
Yeah, they have a place online that does that. You can send it in. I forget what it's called, but you can send in like old tape like that or whatever you got, and they'll move it to digital or cloud, and you can just download it or get a DVD or.
Well, I got to watch it because when we first started this podcast, I ordered 2 microphones online. It's like, I don't know, $150 or something. It was supposed to be some Audio Technicas or something like that. Well, I waited and waited and waited, and guess what I got in the mail? A pack of fucking stickers with like 12 little bitty heart star stickers about that fucking big, which I'm showing it's like less than half an inch. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So if you ever have to fight with PayPal over shit and the company saying they sent you something, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I had to fucking send these stickers back. I said, yeah, they sent me something. I said, 2 cents worth of stickers. Oh yeah, they did. I ended up sending it back to them. Of course, they refused shipment, but I ended up getting it took me 2 months to get my freaking money back. From
That happened to me.
What?
Oh yeah.
I bought there was this toy that you put a tennis ball in and it would launch it for the dog. It was like $25. And it was supposed to come with the tennis ball and the launcher. I got a fucking tennis ball in the mail. So I disputed
You're the
it.
launcher. You're the launcher.
Yeah, I disputed it. And they're like, oh, no, it shows the package was delivered. I was like, yeah, but it was just a fucking tennis ball. The fucking toy thing didn't come with it that shoots it out.
They're scamming?
Yeah, that was on Facebook. That's why I don't buy shit off Facebook
Okay.
anymore.
All right. That's ridiculous.
Some motherfucker over there in Nigeria sent me a tennis ball.
Oh, I wanted to track a motherfucker down and just, I hate a thief. I'm gonna tell you people that right now. I had to fight with PayPal to get that shit.
I didn't get my $25. I was just like, fuck it, $25.
Oh, wow,
We had to overnight.
this shit. No, I wasn't letting them keep no $100-something.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a little different. I'd have put up a fight on that one, but
Yeah.
No. I got a news article I looked at. Let me pull this shit back up if I can see it. Hold on, I got to put the glasses on, people. It happens when you get old.
I got mine right here.
Cheaters. Look at it like the old man glasses. We talked about this earlier, told them about it. But on May 18th, the police in Virginia arrested 2 men for stealing groceries in a grocery store. Now, not sure how you say the name of this grocery store. It's either called Sheets or Shits.
I would hope it's
If it's
Sheets.
a grocery store called Shits,
Yeah.
I don't want nothing from it.
Right.
It's like, y'all sell corn. When'd you eat corn? But anyway, these stupid motherfuckers, they fled, but they got caught. But the point of the story is their disguises they used to rob the store.
Times are hard, man.
They cut open watermelons and cut eye holes in them and put the fucking watermelons on their heads.
Criminals can't even afford to buy masks.
Right.
The melon, they called them the melon head bandit.
The melon marauders. That's what I'd have called them.
I love watermelon though. I mean, they ruin them fucking watermelon.
I mean, that's original. I got to give it to them. I mean, I'd have never thought to carve out a fucking watermelon and put eye holes in it.
Right, because then they're like, there's a snack. Once we're finished with the snack, we'll put it on our head.
Right.
Shit. Okay. Maybe we can post it. I don't know. Can you put this shit on Facebook? I don't know. We might post the video from it on Facebook and y'all can see these fucking melon head motherfucker.
That's a goddamn shame.
Right.
They've ruined them watermelons. I seen a thing recently since we do talk about alcohol. I like alcohol. Not a beer drinker, alcohol. Where you take the watermelon and you cut a hole in it, like the seedless one, and you
Pour the shit in it.
Take a blender and mix it up and then pour the alcohol in it and just drink it out the watermelon.
Well, if you cut a hole in a watermelon, just pour the alcohol in it. The watermelon
Let
will
it
soak
soak
it
it
up.
up.
You
Spike
just
the
eat the watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make. We usually keep Jello shots. We're out of the Jello shots.
Shots.
We had a party one time, and we had a bunch of leftover.
Right.
Because we forgot that they were in the icebox
They
outside.
never go bad. Though.
I know.
You can 2 years
We were
later.
fucking
and-
Jello shotting it for a couple
Oh yeah,
months.
just us.
I
But that
think
was funny.
We
forgot.
still have drunken gummy bears from 3 years ago that we made that are still in the refrigerator. That are they will get you drunk still, and there's no mold or nothing on them. It's just gummy bears.
Well, the
don't go
alcohol
bad.
ain't gonna let it
Yeah,
go bad.
right.
No.
Yeah.
Like you take the apple. What is it? No, there's the apple.
Vodka.
Yes, but the apple Jello with the caramel flavored vodka.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a caramel apple Jello shot.
Yeah.
That actually
So
sounded
good.
really good.
Cotton candy.
Yes, the cotton candy ones.
That's when you wake up fucking on the beach, face down. You don't know how the hell you got there kind of drink.
Well,
Because you just keep drinking them.
we got,
I
I bought a whole bunch of the things like when we go over, they done took them off. We had to keep people. It was it looks like the syringes for this Jello shot,
Yes. Yeah.
but it's like a shape of a big penis. I don't take the Jello shots out of it. It's for the ladies.
So,
okay,
The
so you pull it back
lady.
like a syringe and it fills
no,
it up?
you fill it up and you do it and,
And
you
you
just like
Oh,
squirt it.
yeah.
squirt it.
Okay.
Like,
I bet you there's some pictures of you floating around, you
Nope.
sucking a Jello shot or two
Nope.
out of there.
No, I never did do that. Nope. What? Nope.
Oh, see, look,
Let me see the proof. Pull that shit up. Ain't no proof. Ain't no video pictures of that shit. I did see the big. You ever seen the big ice mold of the boobs though, where you can put the tube in it and it makes the liquor gun. You suck it out of the titty.
No, well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I want one of those.
I could get down with that.
Titty shots.
Hell yeah.
Till it melts.
Right.
We just got to put it in a cold room.
That'd be cold. That'd be a really cold room. Yeah.
Nah, not that cold.
Yeah, we like to experiment with alcohol. I had this little phase I went through where I was making shit and putting edible glitter and everything where it swirled around sparkly. everything I made was sparkly.
Yeah,
like
that's
Hypnotica thing.
that shit in the jar that I smelled, that burned all the damn
Yeah.
hair out my nose.
Yeah.
Come on, freak out juice. It's
That shit
good for
was
clearing.
strong.
Clears your sinuses up.
Yeah.
You're like, here, smell this. I was like,
I believe it.
Oh.
Like you can
You can take a shot before you
feel
leave
the
if you want
steam
to.
coming off of it. Yeah.
oh no, I don't need none of that. I got to drive. Shit.
You got one of them self-driving cars?
No,
Home.
ain't that good.
Oh,
Wow.
did y'all see that video where that cop pulled that Tesla over that had the new Teslas? I think got some recall button. So if you're shopping somewhere,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and you
It'll
press it
come
and the
to
car
you.
comes to you. Well, this guy was in the parking lot testing it, and I don't know where they're at that you can actually make traffic stops in the parking lot from the stop sign on private property.
Yeah.
But the cop
Rookie.
the car ran a stop sign in the parking lot, and the cop pulls it over. Well, there's nobody in the car. It was empty. 'Cause the guy was standing on the curb waiting for the car to get to him.
Yep.
That's
I
funny.
saw that video.
It's like,
I'm like, first of all, what the fuck are you doing stopping a car in the parking lot, man?
yeah.
Like,
My first thing, I'm like, it's on private property. You can't enforce
And
that.
how did it pull over? He just waited till it stopped.
I think he pushed the
press
button.
the button.
and
He
made
was
it.
watching the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was.
He eventually walked over there and told him.
Okay,
He's like, no, I
hey,
summoned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the cops over there looking in the car like, the fuck.
Yeah.
That's coming. Not too long.
I just don't trust it. I just can't
No,
see.
not
some-
right now. They running in the back of
Didn't
shit.
Didn't that guy got killed or
Yeah.
something? And
Yeah.
Had one run into a car, a big truck. One of them just ran off the road because he didn't read the lines right.
But I thought Musk proved that was not the case, though. I thought he came out of that.
He ain't gonna say it
Well,
was.
right, but he came out of that. Like every time he comes out smelling like a rose.
Well.
Anyway.
First of all, they tell you you're not. It's not. It's self-driving,
Right.
but you're supposed to be sitting there
Right.
watching it.
And not supposed to
You don't
sleep
put the
and
Taking a nap.
motherfucker.
Don't
Yeah,
take
go
a
to
nap,
bed.
right.
Or crawl in the back seat and start.
have sex with them.
Yeah.
I was having sex. with
One
them.
guy was watching a movie or something.
y'all been watching Upload?
I've seen it.
That's a whole part in Upload.
On
They-
Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how he dies. Yeah.
Well,
Car.
before he died, him and his fiance were in the
Yeah.
self-driving car having sex. And
It's set like a little bit in the future.
so when you die, you haven't watched Upload? She hasn't watched it. When you die,
That's what we talked about on the last podcast.
yeah.
No, I know the show. I haven't seen
But when
it.
you die, you can have your consciousness uploaded into this virtual world or something
Yeah, it's like
like
in a
that.
computer.
And you can
Yeah.
still like call people in the real world and shit like that. And they got these suits that suck up.
But it like
whatever.
fucking disintegrates your head or some
Oh yeah,
shit.
it's like
Like just the body. Like,
yeah.
it's funny, though.
I just finished it, the first season that's up there or whatever. It's pretty good. My wife
Yeah, he's down.
She don't
He-
like sci-fi.
He's down in the low like 1 gig.
Yeah, and she
area.
Spoiler alert: his fiance had herself uploaded.
Yeah, like she must have killed herself. They didn't get into it. That's
yeah,
where
because
it cut off.
he's like broke up with her is why he went down to the 1 gig area
Yeah.
because he's in love with his real person that's still alive, his angel that watches over him.
Yeah, his customer service.
His customer
basically.
service rep, yeah. Because you got every time you do something there, they charge you for it.
Yeah. Like if you want, it comes with like regular stuff, but if you want like, of course, like extras, you got to upgrade. That's how some shit's going to be.
That's why I watched it, because of the face you're making right there.
Like, but that's coming though. Like, I can totally see that coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. That's what he said.
Yeah. So you
And she said, so quickly?
do y'all watch Handmaid's Tale? I think we talked about this too.
A what?
Handmaid's Tale? I do.
That I don't watch it, but they were explaining it on another podcast that I was listening to, that started with a virus, right? And then the alt-right religious took over, and Gilead is the name of the area or the place that is this, right?
That's what they named it. Yeah.
Right.
The new country.
Which is the name of one of the names of the companies that's making the vaccine.
Here we go.
Right? There you go.
I don't have my fucking X-Files music to play, or I would have.
I don't have X-Files. I got my back in the day music. That's to go back in time.
That's her brain most of the time.
There you go.
It's spinning up.
Well, I'm going to give y'all my rant. This happened 2 days ago. On my way home, as usual. But I wasn't even on the interstate this time, so it's a new one, not on the interstate. Still on the state highway, not on the interstate. Unfortunately, I wasn't on my motorcycle. I was in my unit due to weather condition. Well, this car in front of me was weaving all over the fucking road. And I'm thinking, this motherfucker's texting. Can't be drunk. Got to be texting. Well, finally, I get up beside this stupid motherfucker. And what he's doing is he has both of his hands outside of his driver's side window with a fucking skull can in it, trying to get him a fucking dip going down the goddamn road so he don't want no skull dust or whatever the fuck it is inside his vehicle. And I just kind of look at him, and he kind of like gives me this goofy ass smile. I'm like, the fuck, dude? And I guess he realized I wasn't being friendly when I was looking at him. And I'm like, this road we were on has red lights. I mean, he couldn't wait, a couple minutes up the road to. Only thing I was like, fuck, I wish I was on my motorcycle. I'd have rubbed time, slapped that shit right out of his hand.
How the fuck wasn't it blowing out of the can?
It wasn't going fast, but both hands out the window getting his fucking dip.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
He don't need to be dipping if he's worried about it getting in the goddamn
I guarantee you had an old nasty spit cup in there with a paper towel shoved in it or something like that. Dumbass award of the fucking week goes to the man with the skull can.
Okay.
I got one though.
I'd have loved to snatch that shit out of his hand. That would have been classic.
I've got one.
What's your rant?
Okay. I'm off, sitting on my couch, watching television. It's like 8:45 at night. The fucking doorbell rings. Like, what in the fuck? I go to the front door. There's this fucking guy wearing a ball cap, an Exxon shirt, and like some dirty ass blue jeans. I'm assuming it's his wife, is in a fucking golf cart at the end of my driveway, sitting in the golf cart. She's looking at me. He looks at me. He goes, "Hey, is that your car right there?" Talking about my unit. I was like, "Yeah." Look, can I ask you a question? I got this trailer that I bought in Mississippi, and y'all doing physical inspections down there at the troop still? Because I know everything's closed. I was like, no, we're not.
Yep. Hate to bother you, but
I've never had that happen before.
Oh. She can attest when I worked for the agency I used to work for, which lived locally. We're sitting at the house. Motherfucker knock on the door, want me to come outside and discipline their kids for them and shit. Even my kids are being bad. Really? What the fuck you stop here for? What you want me to do about it? Stop being bad, kids. I mean, people would just knock for no fucking reason whatsoever on the door. Wow, at least I don't work in the jurisdiction no more. It's nice. What you should have hit them with is like, what unit? Where the fuck that come from?
Right.
Somebody done put that shit in my driveway.
Well, so I shut the door and I went and sat back down on the couch. It was like, April's like, what do he want? And I told her, I was like, what I should have done was said, no, it's not hold on a minute. I should have shut the door, went and got April, and said, there's somebody at the door for you, and let her go do it.
Give it to me.
Well, like I said before, I love writing tickets. It's a jurisdiction I used to work for, and I was this was a long time ago. I lived behind my parents at the time, and some guy, my dad was out in the front yard messing with something. And this guy stopped by. My dad's older, and stuff like that. This guy stopped by. Stopped my dad and said, "Hey, you that asshole cop." My unit was parked up there. By I said, "You that asshole cop wrote my girlfriend a ticket." He said, "You were rude." He's like, "No, that's not me. I'll whip your ass." He's like, "Hold on a second, sir. That's not me, but that's my son. Hold on. Let me go get him for you. I'm sure he'll be happy to talk to you." The man just kind of looked at me and says, "Just wait here 1 minute." Dude jumped in his car and said, "I'd have gladly talked to him." We had a nice little conversation. Pull up in my fucking yard and talk to somebody like that.
I wouldn't even have got mad if I'd have been out in the yard. He'd asked me about this goddamn trailer, but it's fucking almost 9 o'clock at night. You're knocking on my fucking door asking me about your fucking trailer that you bought in Mississippi. I don't give a fuck about your trailer. I'm at home with my family. I'm off. So if someone's not being murdered or the house ain't on fire, don't knock on my fucking door. You hear that, people?
If it's on fire, call the fire department.
Oh, they'll still come bang on my door, probably. But if it's about your fucking trailer that you need a trailer stamp on, look at it, fucking tase him. He was trying to come in.
Being a cost.
He was fucking trespassing.
He fell inside.
I mean, fuck. Start yelling about a trailer. Some bitches.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that shit no more. People are always like, "Oh, you at lunch, people will walk up. Look, I hate to bother you. Then why the fuck?
Well, I'm at work.
So bad?
I get it at work. I mean, I'm there for you to come bother me, but when I'm off, leave me the fuck alone. Don't come ask me about your trailer.
Right. That late at night.
That just blew my mind.
Sleep and woke you up.
I was so pissed. I was like, this
should have knocked on his door and said like, "Hey, what are they doing over there at Exxon? They letting people in?
I'm gonna find out where he lives, and when I get, because I'm on nights, when I come home at 5 a.m, I'm gonna go knock on his door.
Right.
Hey, is that your wife at the neighbor's house over there? I was just checking.
Right.
I was like, I always was like, "Well, can I?" We had a guy who's like, "Can I ask you? Can I ask a question?" Yep, that's one. You would like another one? Because that question was a question. We're going for 2. You only get 3. I'm like a genie, motherfucker. You only get 3. You better make this one extra good. But I like that. Can I ask you a question? I hit him with that all the time. I'm like, all right, well, yeah, you just did. Mm-hmm. I love the stupid.
You just got a friendly face. They want to come.
No, it's the Raph.
Come talk to you.
It's the Raph. I don't know why people want to talk to me so bad. It's the people I don't want to talk to you.
Well, then they ask you the stupidest shit. They'll call at work. I'll be sitting there and I'll answer the phone. Especially now, it don't matter any fucking time. I'm going to Arizona. Is the interstate open? Well, here in Baton Rouge it is, but beyond that, I can't really fucking tell you.
Right. Let me look up the my crystal
so
ball.
I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck you want me to tell you. If it's open all the way I-10 to Arizona, fuck, I don't know. Past Baton Rouge, I don't even fucking know if it's open.
Or people will call you and say, "What's going on the interstate?"
Yeah.
Why is that?
Like, I don't fucking know.
Right.
Traffic.
Right.
They don't. I'm not in charge. They
Doesn't
don't
go
call
through
me.
you.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Stand by, ma'am. Hold on a second. Let me check my all-knowing camera.
Right.
All right, hold on just 1 minute.
Well, if it's close, how am I supposed to get to Baton Rouge? Well, there's like 10 other fucking ways for you to get to Baton Rouge besides I-10.
Yeah,
Pick one.
I've used. Well, I was in person. I was working. I was 8 hours on fucking interstate duty on the exit ramp, shut down, diverting traffic. Every single fucking person wants to ask the same exact fucking question. I'm like, just follow the person in front of you. Y'all going the same way. Finally, I get to go into the gas station and take a piss, and somebody's in there. Excuse me, sir. What's happening? What's wrong? I said, the interstate shut down. Well, why is it shut down? I said, a shark attack. I said, we had a truckload of zebras going over a bridge. Shark jumped up, hit the truck, flipped the truck over, Sharks dead in the road. Zebras freaking running everywhere. I said, she said, oh, that's going to be a while. I said, yes, man, you might want to find a different route. And I turned around, I was like, this bitch going to post this shit on Facebook. There was a shark attack. And zebras are running loose everywhere.
I've learned. I back up like at least a quarter mile past the barricade. Behind it. Nobody's walking that far. That's what I do.
Motherfuckers will drive around it. Like
they better not.
Like they will stop. I've got so many. It's like, I can't go that way. Let's say we got 4 barricades and 2 units out here. That would be no. I was like, somebody said, well, what happened? I mean, why, can you fix it? No, just go that way. Follow them.
Well, you remember when they were laying the concrete on the on-ramp from Gross Tate?
No.
It's been a while back, but I was working a traffic detail there. So they just poured fresh concrete, had signs up and everything. Fucking guy drives around the road closed sign, drives right into the fucking concrete and gets stuck. That's just deep. I took a picture. I sent it to you when it happened.
I remember.
I was like, look at this dumb motherfucker.
Yep.
He's sitting there. What? I was like, the fuck? It's wet concrete. Why you think we all out here?
Right.
I had to call a fucking tow truck to pull him out. I'm like, the fucking worker guys were pissed because they had to redo the concrete.
Oh, yeah.
People are stupid.
Is the road closed? Nope.
I just like coming out here and hanging around.
I wanted to park in the road and inconvenience you for a little while. Have a good day. No, I mean, it's like, I'm just parked in the fucking road. I like, my lights pretty. I like playing with them. It's pretty lights.
What, you hear about the shooting with EBR a couple days ago?
Well, which one?
Well, the one that shot at him and he ran off off of Hoosiatu.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I was working that day, so we go out there because we're setting up perimeter and shit. And all these hillbillies coming out of their fucking houses. I ain't never been back on that road.
Methlandia.
Way back there. I was like, man, this must be where meth is made. It was that
For
bad.
America, that's what you said.
Yeah. So people keep coming out and they're like, what's going on? I'm like, just go. We need you to evacuate. Go down there. Well, a couple hours later, this fucking guy walks out of his trailer. He's been there, I guess, all day. He says, they caught him yet? I was like, yeah, we just stand out here. We like standing out here in the heat and all this fucking shit. And
how's my tank?
Just standing here. Yeah, they caught him. I'm like, no, go back in your goddamn house. Like, why do you think I'm out here? I would not be out here sweating my dick in the dirt if we'd caught him. Trust me.
He said, call him yet.
Right.
Translation, that would be, did they catch him yet?
Right.
Yeah. In the rest of the country, that's what that means.
Hey, I've been getting pretty good in California. Thank you, California people. Sorry we don't have subtitles.
You
bunch of redneck.
If you can put it on YouTube and they can turn on the closed caption.
Right.
They'd be like, what the fuck that dude just say?
Right.
We have a lot in California.
What that dude say? Come on over here. Come on that car, boy.
That's how we talk.
Oh, good people. People on, yes. Oh, I loved it. I've been doing this a long time. Before they had Google Maps and shit, people used to stop and ask for directions. Like I said, I've been called an asshole plenty of times. I accept it. Some people just get on your nerves when they ask you directions. So when they're trying to get one way and you send them about 50 miles the wrong direction in a big ass circle, because by the time they realize you sent them the wrong direction, they ain't gonna know where the fuck you got to get back to. Anyway.
That's like when I was
I've done that several times.
When I was first starting, they send you down to New Orleans to work Mardi Gras. I'm not from fucking New Orleans. I don't know the streets. People come up to me, how do I get to Toulouse? I'll go down there 3 blocks, take a left. Fuck, I don't know. Just got him out of my face. I don't know where the fuck it's at.
Right. I had somebody one time like, how do I get to Baton Rouge? I said, go back east. You said it's right past Hammond. You're gonna see this I-55. Head back, go south. Till you get to 10.
You didn't lie.
I mean, I told him how to get to Baton Rouge. It was just They were actually only about 15 miles away from
I mean,
me.
they wasn't specific.
I said them, I don't know, like, what, 80 miles out the way? I got them to Baton Rouge.
Shit, I think it's more than that.
Right. The big loop.
Watch out for the alligators.
Well, I mean, you couldn't have got in trouble.
No, they know where they're at.
Because you were like, well, they asked me, and I told them they didn't say the shortest or most direct route.
I thought they wanted the scenic route.
I mean, fuck. I was trying to help them out.
Well, I like when you have a truck driver, when you have the interstate shut down, is going to walk up to you and show you his directions that he's following. Like, oh, here's my directions. Like I said, all my accents don't sound correct. Anyway, this guy, I look at it, and I'm like, the fuck is that? Look at him. I said, what language is this shit? I ain't never seen this shit before. It's fucking Russian. I don't speak Russian. I don't know what the hell. I said, I have no idea what the fuck. Where's your phone at? He put his phone. I said, your fucking phone's in Russian too. I can't. Go and get your truck and go to the truck stop. See, fucking a Russian truck driver giving me Russian directions and wants me to help him.
There's a lot
the Kremlin's that fucking way, okay?
There's a lot of Eastern European, Russian, and
Truck drivers?
and African, Nigerian truck drivers.
Hispanic too.
Yeah, and
Really?
I guarantee
they don't speak English, most of them.
I guarantee you, ain't nobody on the CB saying know what the fuck they saying anymore.
I'm like, how the fuck can
How
they
they
drive?
get a CDL? Yeah.
You don't even have to be able to read to get a fucking license or a CDL. They'll give you a picture test. You don't have to be able to read.
Well, how do you just have to know the stop signs and the signage?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, a lot of 18-wheelers now are freaking automatics.
But how the fuck you gonna read bridge out?
Right. Like there's
Like,
some
ooh.
important shit. Or the digital like boards that they have. Yeah. They're not going to know
But
what
yeah,
that
you do not
says.
have to be able to read
That sounds...
to get a driver's
I can
license.
tell you,
Oh, that doesn't
most
sound
of the
good.
most of the big truck drivers I have pulled over in recently, if they do speak English, they don't speak it very well, and they kind of look at you.
Well, they're supposed to be able to speak some federal wise, but they don't.
Do you have a question, sound engineer?
I've taken the CDL. There's 40 questions just on air brakes.
Well, not no more. They don't have air brakes no more.
Just said that.
They'll read it to you.
Well,
If you can't read,
Still
yep.
40 questions.
Still 40 questions.
But
Like,
no, they have a
I'm taking
special
the
Russian
CDL.
test and Hispanic test.
That's like you don't even have to have a driver's license to get a car registered to you.
No, you don't.
What
Well,
the fuck do you need a car then if you don't have a license?
Yes, the DMV will put your international driver's license number on your registration, though.
There's no such thing as an
No,
international driver's license.
there's not, but you know what I'm talking about. The international driver's license. I'm sure you've come across.
Yeah, the
plenty
one they
of-
buy at the store.
Yes, they buy
at
at
the
the
Mexican market.
Yes,
What?
yes, it's called
It's-
international. It's bullshit. It's
Basically, it's supposed to be a translation of your foreign license. Like if you got a license that's say from Mexico and it's all
Yeah.
in Spanish,
Yeah.
you might not be able to read it. Me as an officer. So this thing, it says international driver's license, but it says most of the time on it or somewhere for translation only. It's just the same
okay.
information, but in English for you to be able to read.
Gotcha.
But they think that it's a driver's
Right.
license.
So they should... I thought you were talking about sovereign citizens at first.
Oh no,
They think
they're a
they
whole
can buy
nother
a
story.
house.
Huh?
They think they can buy a house with them.
With that,
With the international driver's license.
you just go to the...
Yeah, they think it's
Spain?
a government
you
document.
have to. You can't buy a house if you're not a legal citizen.
Right.
But you can go buy a car.
But
You
where
get a
did
car.
they go show... Where did they flash that to be like, I'm buying my house?
They think it's a driver's license. They'll give it to me all the time on a traffic stop. I
no,
take
I
it.
just meant buying a house. Like,
I
how
actually
does that work?
wrote the ticket on a dude handed me his Guatemalan driver's license. So I put all that information on my. I feel sorry for the poor girls when they got. Everybody's like, "This motherfucker here. Where is? What the fuck is this
Oh,
word
you
even?"
put
right
all
here?"
this shit on there. I've done that before.
I was like,
When I used to work lace.
That's funny.
Yep.
I was like, I couldn't even read that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is. It's got numbers, so it's got to be the fucking address here. It's like.
Like there was, it's not like here where you have like the city, Baton Rouge,
Right.
Louisiana. It would have like I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's a whole different format.
Yeah. So I would just write it. If it said like Chihuahua, Mexico, but that's a real place.
Right.
I'd fucking write Chihuahua, Mexico. Like, fuck it.
But they try to show the license that in the country that they're from to you.
Well, if they have a visa in their passport,
Okay.
they can drive on their home driver's
Oh,
license.
okay,
It's
okay.
legal.
Okay.
And some of them do. And
Yeah.
like
Some of them are
working
actually
lace.
right. You know, I actually working right out there. I actually pulled up. I mean, it was some Hispanic people. It was my first time ever. I get up there and they give me their stuff. They're polite and stuff like that. They never said a word about it. And I was asking for some information. She opens the glove box up. I guess his wife, secretary. I don't know who she was. She opens the glove box up to give me the registration out, and she starts pulling this shit out. And I'm looking. I'm like, the fuck. I looked at him. That was like well-dressed people, you know, expensive car, and I'm like, it's like you like a diplomat at the embassy in New Orleans or something. And, oh yes, all right, just slow down. I'm pretty sure he had diplomatic immunity knowledge, but he never said he was polite about it the whole time.
Usually that's the first thing they'll tell you.
No, he was not. He never said no. I could see all the official shit coming out of it. No, I did pull a guy over there one time, heading back to Mexico, and I don't know. I just had the feeling that he was like some kind of big cartel guy or something. It was like he was too polite, too well dressed, and I was. I'm not asking. Sign here.
I need 12.
I'm not working.
This is number
dope.
11.
I'm not working dope out here. No.
Right.
Yeah, I don't do that either. Unless it's like a lot.
Yeah, you gotta have, you know,
And I can see it.
poundage.
I ain't worried about your roach and ashtray like on Live PD in West Baton Rouge over there.
Dude, they will hassle them for like the smallest amount.
I had to cut that out.
Get on the ground, motherfucker. I remember I was a rookie cop, man. Well, back in the days, crack and shit was big, but fuck, you pop somebody with a roach, I mean, they're getting their ass locked up and have a bond and shit. Now they're like, here's your ticket for your half a pound of weed. And here's your slap on the hand. Don't do that no more.
Pretty soon it's not going to be criminal. It's just going to be civil.
They pretty much need to legalize it. You know how much tax money is involved in it?
It's coming. It's just a matter of time. The legalization of the medical part was that first step.
Well, I just think they just did. I've been in law enforcement for close to 25 years now. I think back, I can't remember any time that I figured. Now I had to chase a weed head one time, but I never really think I've actually had to physically fight somebody high on weed. They're just kind of mellow. They might run from you. They don't even run fucking fast when they're high on weed.
Well, you can't use the argument like they say, well, it's a drug. Well, I mean, we drink alcohol. That's a drug. It's a CNS depressant. Marijuana is just a different type of drug.
Yes, makes you want to eat Cheetos and roll around naked in Jello.
I wasn't always a cop. And weed wasn't that bad.
But that's like, I think with some of the states that have legalized, I mean, they're making so much freaking money, they don't even know what to do.
Colorado.
I mean, they're rolling in it. I mean, the people going to smoke. I mean, I don't understand anything, crack and all that heavy shit. No. But like I said, I've never fought somebody on weed. Chased some of them. Chased some of them, they wasn't high on weed yet. They just bought their shit and wanted to get high and run from you. But no, but it's like they're not violent criminals, nothing like that. So, I mean,
I don't think I've ever come across one that was violent.
No.
I tell them, stay at home, man. Smoke this shit. Can't nobody fuck with you at your house.
I nicknamed a guy on the East Bank where I used to work. I mean, I never caught him with anything or nothing, but I mean, cause he smoked it as fast as he got it, because this guy reeked of weed like 24/7. And I called him, he was a little black guy, I called him Bud. And he's like, what the fuck you always calling me Bud? I said, Bud. I said, because that's all you fucking smoke, dude. He's like, come on, man. I said, you fucking reek of weed. I said, you don't even eat Cheerios in the morning. I think you smoke a fucking bowl when you get up in the morning. And he's like, how you know? I'm like, exactly, motherfucker. I said, I got high just being around you. But nicest, I mean, he is a nice guy.
But they can't smell it.
That's what I explained. I used to smoke cigarettes, and everybody's like, oh, you stink like a cigarette. Well, I didn't smell it.
Right.
That's because I smelled it all the time. I can smell it now when people smoke cigarettes, but it's like they just don't smell it. It's like,
they don't realize. You could be sitting behind them at a traffic light. You can smell it coming through your ignition.
Oh, yeah. You're like,
I didn't know that until just recently. That's crazy.
All the
That is
time.
real.
on a motorcycle. We're driving around.
Oh, I
we
bet.
pull up next to somebody at the red light. You know, it's like you turn around and look at them. They're like
You're right.
two-handed on the steering wheel,
Straight
deer in the
ahead.
headlight. Will not turn their head to look at it. With that TikTok thing, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Yeah, it's like you're just sitting there. It's like they will not make eye contact. Like he does not see me.
Because everybody's driving like this, right?
I am invisible.
You could explode sitting next to him. He wouldn't turn and look at
it's
you.
like, I'm invisible right now.
Like, I don't care. He just exploded. I'm not going to look. It's not my problem. Look straight ahead.
Yep. He does not see me.
That's what they think.
I'm serious. Drive down the road. I do it. Well, just driving back and forth. You tell people that are guilty about something. Because when you're driving past somebody, if you're passing them, if they're passing you, you turn around and look at them, they kind of look at you. It's the ones that are like this. And you're like,
I get that all the time.
Oh, I bet.
They look straight ahead. Because normally
They
when you're
will
at a
not.
light, you'll
look
sit
at
there
it,
looking
right.
around.
that's for me. I'm looking at everybody, and they're like,
Even when you're not, if you're not the police, normally if you're sitting at a light, you're looking
right.
around at people.
or the ones that thinks they're sneaky, and they're like this, and they're driving, and they're going.
Oh yeah. But it's not even that bad anymore because they're so engrossed in the phone. They're
yeah.
like this, and I'm driving right next to them down the interstate.
I've had that.
They'll never see me.
Well, night shift's easy because they don't even realize they'll be on the interstate doing this shit. And it's like the whole inside of the car is lit up, and it's like, oh, I wasn't texting. I was just changing my music for 5 minutes. I mean,
Right.
the
You couldn't
fuck?
find a song.
Doing this.
Yeah, I got one. I've written one right before the corona shit started. I pulled this woman over and actually gave her one a texting and driving ticket. And she's like, "Well, I wasn't texting." I said, "Ma'am, I was right beside you watching you. You were on your phone." "No, I wasn't texting. I was just reading them. Somebody texted me and I was reading the text."
Okay, that's so different.
Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. My mistake.
Right.
Go on about your business.
Keep on reading and driving. Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same.
That's safe.
Right.
I was just reading today. Of course, I've seen people eating cereal driving down the road,
Yeah.
Women putting on mascara.
putting their makeup on. Though that mirror is not made to see what's behind me. That's my beauty
The
mirror.
cosmetic mirror.
I wrote a
right?
woman careless op ticket one time. She got pissed.
For doing that.
I had one woman I pulled up next to one morning. Looked, I was like, "What the fuck is she doing?" This bitch had some straight razor thing, like shaving hair off her face, and I was like, "Oh!" And I was looking at her, and she turned around and looked at me, and I was like, and I was like, "Don't be suspicious." I was like, "Oh, I ain't saying shit, 'cause this bitch got more stuff on than me. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
See you later at the circus."
Golly.
My favorite is when you were demonstrating how people try to act sober when they're drunk. And you're like, because you said you described it as like every move that they make is like over exaggerated,
Yeah, it's like slow motion.
I only
and
had
they think they're like doing great.
They think they're perfectly
I
fine.
only had 2 beers.
That's the
Right.
standard.
2 beers. Everybody's only had 2. I mean, you should have 2.
Or this when you like they have to walk heel to toe.
It's like, what happened to your pants? What are you talking about? Well, you pissed yourself with your 2 drinks.
I spilled I spilled my beer. I didn't piss myself.
No,
I spilled it.
Yeah,
Right, so really just one because I spilled the other one.
I only had one now because I peed the rest out just now down my leg.
Oh, that would be a good one. Surprised I haven't
Why
had that.
you arrest me? I passed your test. I did everything you told me to. Like, yeah, well, it's not fucking Simon Says.
Or they want to start over. They're like you forgot that
I'll
they
let
just
'em.
stumbled.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, hold on. Let me redo that.
Look
Like, we're
stupid
just
some
like-
more. Thanks.
they just
Say your
started.
ABC backwards.
No, but I do make them say their ABC from G
That's
to X.
hard. That's difficult.
I had a guy, he had like a PhD. I said, why don't you say your alphabet from G to X? He went, A, B. I was like, no, start at G, go to X. G. He just sat there and looked at me. LMNOP, Z. I was like, all right.
Got it. Nailed it.
All right, I'll see you later.
Like, you're coming with me.
Pass. Did I
Right.
pass?
Like, it's not a pass or fail test, sir.
Oh my god.
I can't. This line's not level.
Or my foot.
It's not
my
straight.
Foot. Like my foot,
Oh,
my hips.
I got back
hips.
problems. I got knee problems.
Yeah.
I got ankle problems. I got sand in my clit. It's always something.
My feet are crooked.
Naturally walk.
I have crooked feet.
I have this equilibrium problem, and I always walk to the left like this when I walk. Just happens.
Oh, drunks are just. You either get the funny ones or you get the ones that are just total dicks.
Oh my God, I had one last night. He could not eat. I literally had to hold him. He was falling all over the fucking place. He's turning around and backed into the ditch trying to turn around.
I had 2 beers.
Right.
He kept saying he was fine. I'm not drunk. I'm going to take your goddamn test. I'm like, all right, here.
Yeah.
196.
Blowing this.
And that was just, he wasn't even taking a deep breath. He was just like going, and blew a 196. I was like, God damn,
Yeah, you're
man.
fine. You're fine.
He's like, what? I passed it. I was like, no, sir. No, sir. You blew way over.
So you passed with a
He said,
Yeah,
right. Well, it used to be a 2. You could be a, I was like, a 2? I was like, it ain't never been a 2.
2. I think what 3's alcohol poisoning and some
Right.
shit like
He
that.
said it used to be a
It used to
2.
be a 2. You had to be dead before you could fucking be drunk.
He's like, well, you must be a goddamn rookie. I'm probably your first drunk. I was like, yep, you are. My first time.
You just popped my cherries.
Like, you got it. I was like, no, sir. It used to be a 1.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's probably what he meant to say. But that's wrong all the way around because, like, if it used to be, okay, well,
Right.
what kind of argument do you have?
Well, he was saying, oh, well.
It's like, I'm good. Like, I felt
It was a 2, and I'm only a 197, so I should be good. Like, no, you got that wrong. You're not trying to get past the 2.
Right. It's not the higher you go, the better
Right.
you do.
Like, what the hell?
Well, that's almost a B.
Right.
I'm Mensa.
This guy, man, he was something.
And drunks.
Cussing me
I
out.
got offered steaks one time. My daddy, we own a meat company. We keep you supplied meat if you just don't charge me with this DWI.
Oh, that's another charge right there, right?
Well, I arrested her and never went to court, so I'm just wondering who ended up with all that meat.
Meet somebody got it, I bet
Somebody
you.
got some fucking meat.
Fucking
because
DA.
I never went to court on this shit.
Some ADA, some DA.
Damn, that's a good porterhouse.
They probably still got a fucking freezer full of filet mignon.
I never went to court on it. I was like, the fuck is that meat? Yep. I didn't get the meat. Somebody got some meat.
That's usually the way it works.
I never was a big fan of working DWIs.
Oh, that's
Your specialty.
yeah. Yep. That and
You got an
drug.
award for that.
Yeah.
For
That's what they-
for
what they
arresting
say.
DWIs or being drunk?
Mad award. I ain't never got an award for being drunk.
I tell you what, I tested out all them alcohols and you had more than 2.
Like, I know what I'm doing. You can't do it if you don't know how it feels. So you gotta check it out.
Oh,
I'm an expert.
I drank it all. You're drunk. The drunk people don't think they're drunk.
Never.
That's what's so funny.
I don't know the last time I got to the point where I can tell when I get a little buzz and I'll stop myself there anyway. Of course, we don't go nowhere. It's because we don't have any friends that aren't mannequins. Our friends are mannequins.
I'm so good I can look at them and tell if they're gonna be drunk or not.
Yes, when the tot listens to this, the mannequins do not have love openings, okay?
Love holes.
You hear that, Tot? Not sex mannequin. They're friend mannequin.
I mean, we can make them. We can put some holes in them if he wants.
Well, I'm sure, but you have to think. You said edge being a little rough or something.
Well, you know, put a little, caulk it up is what you do.
Talk it up.
Yeah, so it's soft.
Talk it up. That's funny.
A little jelly.
Oh, God.
Could hold just ram a flashlight right up in there.
We was talking about that on the last podcast.
I was I wasn't there. We were watching live.
Goddamn flashlight.
You know what a flashlight is?
Flashlight is.
No, fleshlight. It looks like a flashlight, but you can stick your penis in it and have sex with it.
And when you take the top
Instead
off,
of
it looks like a
vibrator, it's like a
vagina.
backwards vibrator. You can stick stuff in it instead.
My dad calls them flashlights.
My father-in-law loves flashlights.
He'll sell yours.
If he seals you,
got
if he's got an
one.
opportunity, he lights your flashlight. And you're not looking. He will take it.
take my stream light. Some bitch is expensive.
It's not yours. It's his.
He loves flashlights, like a collector flashlight.
He loves them.
I won one.
Well, if
couple
you're
years
taking
back.
it, it's not really. You can call it collecting, but you're stealing my flashlight, sir.
I won a nice rechargeable one that motor competition one year. I gave it to him. It's like, that's not a flashlight. Here, you can have it. There you go. Here's a charger thing. He still uses it too. He loves it.
I got that one.
Well,
Probably
you
a little
had to
stream
give
light
it to him.
with the
No,
extra
this was a-
piggyback charger.
No, this was
took
a
it.
big
Oh, a big
rechargeable.
one. Oh shit.
If you wouldn't have gave it to him, he would have.
I got the kind you talking about in my unit too. Stick it.
Yeah,
in.
that's what I got.
But I got the one with the fatter edge because I'm still like old school and still wear the ring on my
Yeah,
belt so I can slide my flashlight.
I got as little shit on my belt as possible. I got one handcuff, a gun, a taser, and my magazine.
I still wear.
That's it.
I don't carry my taser. I still carry my
I have
my
to.
freeze
I have to. By
because the taser only probably about 20 to 30% effective. I think most of the time.
you don't use that much.
The freeze. If I spray you in the face with it, it's pretty much gonna work all the fucking.
The guy last night, I told him, I said, "Come here, sir. I ain't coming fucking nowhere till you turn them lights off."
Oh, he's
I was
telling you
like,
how it's
Sir,
going to be.
just come over here. Fuck no, I ain't doing nothing. So I walked over there, and we walked back to where I wanted him to walk. Didn't have to tase nobody.
There you go.
Sir, just please step out of the vehicle. It's the new gentler police. We're gonna start
Yeah.
getting like the Barney purple uniforms and
Hugs and kisses.
Captain Compassion.
yes, hug
Yeah.
a thug.
Hug.
Hopefully I'll be retired by then. I have to deal with all that.
Here, come here, buddy. Look, I have a joint with grape Swisher sweet wrap. It's like motherfucker, you're in the store at 6 o'clock in the morning and you got some 20-year narrow buying, Swisher sweets, and you're looking at them and like,
I just like smoking cigars.
yeah, I like cigars.
I like
in the morning."
cigarillos.
Yes.
Like, okay. We know what you're doing with it.
I mean, it used to be in there like, can I have those on a zigzag paper? No, you don't do that no more.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about, probably zigzag.
Zigzag paper, no. It's like, yeah, you look like you roll your own cigarettes.
And then people sold this shit. Everybody knew what they was buying zigzag
Yeah.
for.
What about the stores that they
Roll
sold?
no
the,
Prince Albert and that shit.
the stores, and it's like, oh, look, I got a little rose in a little glass tube. Look how cute it is.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
The glass tubes were not to hold the little roses in.
It's a smoke crack with.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's always in the gas stations where come in and you can buy your crack pipe. I will show you crack pipe.
Right next to the
Right.
steel Brillo pads right there because they use that shit as the filter.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't know that. All right.
You know what that was for?
No.
See, you got it.
I'm like, who's buying that?
Crackheads.
Clearly.
You don't hang around those crackheads, I guess.
I mean, I guess not. That's
So
a
you
good
need
sign.
to explore more.
You got
Need
a
some more
broad.
crackhead
I mean,
friends.
yeah, you need more friends. Bring some crackheads into your life.
Right. That never happens. Good.
Be
Like,
like
nothing,
one out of
nothing
every-
good can happen from
One
that.
of every 3 of our mannequins are a crackhead.
Be like Dave Chappelle, where he smokes crack. That character.
Oh,
Oh,
with
he's
Wayne Brady? That one?
Oh my God, no!
Oh.
I was
You're
watching
killing me.
a Dave Chappelle thing. I think it was Dave Chappelle. Hilarious. It was about the cops and stuff. He's like, yeah, he's like, oh, you gonna bring him to jail? No, just bring him some crack on him. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
I think that's the Tyrone Biggums.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, oh no, he said the police come beat your ass, and they ain't gonna bring you to jail. They just gonna sprinkle some crack on you. Oh look, just sprinkle some crack on him. He's good.
That's Tyrone. He was on Fear Factor.
Yeah. I forgot that.
Did you see when they redid Fear Factor with Ludacris?
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good as with Joe Rogan.
And plus, it wasn't. They didn't get as gross.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was after like
They
it
used to
went
have
off
them
the
like
rails.
eating like pig penises and
Right.
shit back in the day.
And he talked about that they went too far. I think they made them drink like donkey
Semen.
sperm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like horse semen or something.
yeah.
I was like, fuck
I'd have
you.
been like,
I quit. I'm out.
And
Yeah.
it was never the same
can
after
have it.
that. Yeah.
It was never the same
Yeah.
after the donkey.
I'm not drinking no semen for $100,000.
I want to know who they fucking milked all that semen out of there. It's like, no,
Yeah,
you gonna
that's your
drink.
job,
You gonna
yeah.
drink that shit? You know, how it took me to jack that donkey.
They use that
off to
pump.
get it.
Yeah,
That's
he
what-
showed up at work that day, and they're like, "This is what I need you to do.
He's like,
See that donkey over there?"
should have called in sick.
God.
No, no, no. That was a happy donkey that day.
I like have machines that do that.
Right.
See, why would you know that?
Like they put on the cow udders to milk them, huh?
Right. Yeah.
I raised horses.
They have fleshlights for donkeys
It's like the donkeys, yeah.
with a tube attached.
Basically,
It's like
yeah.
they're not coming. Then I say, "Oh, look, it's feeding time." Oh, hey, how you doing? No,
Why
it's my
did donkeys
turn.
always run in to get fed?
Right.
Every time they see you, they run at you.
Right.
They just like me.
Why is there penises out when they're chasing you? I have no idea. I don't know. God, that'd be like working in a proctologist's office or something all day. Couldn't do it. Who picks that job? I don't know where that comes from, but who picks that job?
They pay good.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's like, do you just wake up one day, it's like, you know what, I just want to dig in people's buttholes all day long and just be great. It's like, yeah.
I'm glad somebody does it because we need butthole doctors.
Yeah, we do. That's well, I went to I will tell this story. Fuck it. Tell my doctor. I had a male doctor at one time, and I went in for thought I had a urinary tract infection or something like that. I don't know. So I went in, and I didn't find out he had retired. I didn't know about it. And they're like, "Oh, you can see this other doctor." So I go in. Well, it's a lady doctor now. It's a female doctor. First time I ever met her, and she's like, I said, "Look, I think I got a UTI." She says, "No, you don't." I'm like, "Damn, she's so fucking good. She ain't even done nothing. Knows what I got. It's gonna be great." She says, "No." She says, "I got to check you." I'm like, "What?" She said, "Drop them." I was like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Yep, drop them." So my first visit with this lady doctor, she proceeds to stick her finger in my ass. Then she reaches around and checks my nuts. Well, she
She at
still
least
asked.
give you a kiss?
Well, she still asked about it because I turned around and looked at her. I said, "Well, since this was our first date," I said, "Are you going to pay for dinner or what? Since we done got to know each other so well." And she's like, you know what her answer was? She's like, "Well, at least my fingers are smaller than the other doctors."
That's
was.
true.
I'm like,
But then
you
she
know
got to
what?
go deeper.
You know what? You're not helping. You're not helping at all. But she's still my doctor. She's a great doctor. But
You're
yeah,
trying to be funny, but your finger's in my ass
yeah,
right
it's like,
now.
yeah, no.
It's not working for me.
You love her.
She is. She's a good doctor. But I'm saying that was my first experience with her. I got raped.
Damn.
Yes.
Me too.
The
The Me Too movement over here.
yeah. Well, I was early on the. You coming up on it too? You're gonna be doing that old colonoscopy.
I'm not doing that.
Yes.
They can take now they can take an X-ray or a sonogram. They got to be able to do something besides stick a finger or a camera in my butt.
Well, I had that shit done. First time I ever went to one of them doctors like that. You walk out and you know everybody's there getting the same damn thing done, but it feels like everybody's looking at you like, "Yep, he just got fingered in his ass." And they use that old Vaseline shit on it, and they give you one little wet wipe about the size of a Post-it note to like clean it out. So when you're walking out, you feel like your ass keeps going.
Well, you don't get it all out. You
No,
never do.
no. And you just got this Vaseline ass cracking. You think everybody's looking at you.
You can't wipe it enough because it's up in
They
there.
need to call. They need the phone number.
Keep falling out.
I went to. I just got an ass raped anonymous meeting, my first one. It's horrible. Wait, it's gonna happen. when you do have to have the worst part of it's not the camera because I guess it's so small you can't. Because I was just picturing one of them big ESPN cameras on their shoulders or something that they're gonna try to shove in my ass. The worst part of it is when you got to drink that shit the day before.
Oh, that makes you shit everything out the way.
God,
clear it out.
Don't leave the house. I'm just saying.
Is that barium or something? It's called.
It's nasty. Barely get it down without throwing up. It's. Oh God, it's. So
I'm not doing that shit.
It can happen. Getting close to that age.
I'm not doing it. They're going to have to take a sonogram or a CAT scan of my asshole or something, but I'm not. They got that new one. You can just shit in the box and mail it to them.
Yeah, that's not the same thing that they look for.
Yeah, that's for colon stuff.
Yeah, but they can't see if you feel any polyps.
If it polyps, yeah.
There's no polyps. I don't feel them.
Okay, you don't feel it.
I'll tell you. I would tell you.
I would tell you.
How would you? I think I feel.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't a polyp.
I think I would feel
that was a tulip.
bumps in my butthole.
That was
good.
a tulip.
Right.
Everything comes out smooth. They don't have no indentions in it.
You like checking it?
Yeah.
Proud of those.
It's totally intact. There's no bumps, no polyp bumps.
Polyp bump.
Yeah.
Like you would know what that looks like. That's funny.
Look, it's midnight.
Is it? We're gonna have to get shut it
Our
down.
daughter's at home.
I know, right?
She's like, "Are they coming home?"
I texted her a little while ago.
She's still up, Pastor.
Oh,
bedtime.
they stay up all night and sleep all day.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Okay, she'll probably sleep till about 10. I guarantee you, I'll probably still be up about 5:30, 6 in the morning.
Oh, fuck that.
I can't help it. I get up for work. I used to get up at 4:30 every single day. I'm not like you switching back and forth. I'm just straight day, so I get up at 4:30 every day. So it's like I'm on a time clock. It's like 6 o'clock. I'm like, especially 6 o'clock. My eyes like, ooh, I slept late today.
Sleep anymore.
It's like I can't sleep late today. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on. This has been a whole bunch of fun.
A blast. Thank you.
I didn't play y'all's commercials since y'all were on here.
No, I saw that.
Right.
All right. Well, didn't give no safety tips or nothing. We went a little different tonight. I hope y'all liked it. Still did the rant. So if you know any motor cops, past, present, future, first responders, you want to come on here and tell a story, send us an email, motorcopchronicles@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook, Motorcop Chronicles Podcast. And remember, smile. Because Iceman could always be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.